Wait, what are you doing, Riot?
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
You said give me a minute. I'm just like sitting here already,
Oh.
like sweating bullets.
It's level 5. It's not high enough.
Drops another 5.
You're gonna kill Pash. I can hear his heart from here. It's not sounding that good.
I think we just oh my god, we just killed him.
Hold on, let me just roll my 2d6s I have sitting in front of me.
Guys, we killed the DM.
I got a 7.
No, you
Hold
did
on.
not. I'm still here.
I'm rolling to hit.
I'm not starting till all these goddamn pop-ups are done.
Nice
All right,
going,
you're gonna
buddy.
have to wait longer then.
You son of a.
Alright, well, now that while we're waiting for all this pop-up shit to vanish, get your funnies out now before forever hold your fucking peace.
How many did?
What the fuck?
Oh my.
Also, Deacon, what the fuck? You get a cheese omelet? Where's mine?
Oh.
Okay.
I'm hungry too.
I hear Pass complaining. What happened?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about
We're
it.
drowning him in money, apparently.
They keep tripping.
Yeah. So much
Appreciate you,
clumsy
Deacon.
people
Thanks,
here.
homie.
No.
10, yeah.
Is it Riot again?
10, and hang on. 10's a nice round number.
You're gonna kill Pass. Like, you're actively gonna kill.
Because this pop-up is gonna continue to be on the stream, I'm not going to start before this is over, and it's gonna take the next 10 minutes to half an hour.
I mean,
You do
we
aware
win the
that there's a
game
way
then.
to silence that, right?
I have silenced it, but it still shows up on the screen.
It's fine. Just it's fine. We can go.
They don't like.
I mean, at this point, it happens so often that we really need a new sub animation.
Yeah.
I think Rhea's
Oh,
trying
for
to
fuck's
say-
sake!
Sorry, I coughed.
No, you slept too, didn't you?
Pass, don't worry, buddy. I can't afford to help you. I'm too broke right now, man. It's all them damn gotcha games and Yu-Gi-Ohs.
We're gonna
Well,
level 10 hype
dear
train, just so you know.
viewers, to whoever is watching this, apparently some of my players decided to
Should
be
we
the
just try to?
little shits they are and decide to drop in.
How much in total was this? Hold on.
That was 80.
Fuck Christ, you guys.
Like, I'm just sitting here like I don't even know what to do with myself right now.
Oh yeah, it is 80. Holy fuck.
I got you, Deacon.
This
Hold
is-
on.
This goes towards
No.
a new PC for Pepper.
Yeah.
I see
Just
this
did
man.
it 80
I think this guy just got a sub, and he's like, "Who the fuck is this?"
I am sorry, Satur. I don't know how you got this. It was on a random allotment. Thank you for the support that has been given to you.
Just start.
Yeah, let's get going.
We got the funnies out?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
We got the funnies out for
Good.
now. For like the next 2 seconds.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alright, so.
Who's doing today's recap?
Do you want to do it, Hangout?
You were at 0 last time, right? So you should be at 1
Yeah,
now.
I'm good.
I also got 1, and I feel like you're using them more. So go ahead.
I mean,
I got
Okay.
luck points too, so I use them. I use luck points more often instead of inspiration.
All right. Last time was session 91. After some scuffling with the giant monstrosity, the party realizes it is beyond any of them and throw their loot to the ground, asking to stop the fight. It is willing to forgive their transgression if they also include a tribute of apology, so they sacrifice the diamond sphere much to Sylphie's dismay. Tentacles rise up from the water to move the loot away from them, and Eager is released from the one that grabbed him earlier. They proceed to hold a conversation with the entity, which they learn goes by many names, but has them refer to it as the Watcher. It clarifies they are not in the Nightmare Realm, but in the Dream Realm, in a section unreachable by Uthla. The Watcher calls itself an outsider and has claimed this area as its own domain. Eager offers a Quali Stone in exchange for more answers to their long-held questions, and the Watcher accepts, deeming them more reasonable and willing to listen than the fools who now lay dead around it. They were also brought here and they only tried to fight it, obviously ending in their honorable demise. It also reveals to the party that their fight is not against the Defiler, the Rebel Gods, or any of the various horrors they've come across. The Serpent Tribe is being controlled by other outsiders. Unlike itself, who prefers to stay neutral and simply observes, hence its title. The outsiders are trying to break the cycle of creation and destruction so that they can fester their corruption, and the party is being duped into fighting Ozarkad. Rioth asks the Watcher where his father Kalak is, but it doesn't know. He and his brethren have chosen exile and are far beyond the Watcher's gaze, but it does confirm he's still alive. It goes on to explain that their encounters with Ozarkad were his attempts of cleansing corruption from the Dream Realm and recruiting Avis as a means to fight back. Concluding the questionnaire, Eager asks what Spirus has actually become. There are two forces battling for control inside of him, but it could be possible to unite them into a force capable of withstanding the outsider. The party then makes several trades of their Quali Stones and other valuables for even more powerful gear and even some legendary artifacts. Divine hammers, lost heirlooms, and ancient weaponry. Spirus and Eager are also given a soulless magic core, intended to be implanted in their frames. Eager would receive a tremendous boost in power, whereas Spirus's would allow his current clashing power to stabilize by housing each in their own separate core. Eager also obtains a dark core, which the Watcher describes as the magic core of a non-mortal being meant for Avis. Eager does not have enough Quali Stones to afford these priceless objects, so Uka gives him some of her own in exchange for the promise. He'll enchant the armor her child will wear in the future. After the trades are complete, the Watcher opens a portal and ushers them inside. They all awaken a few hours later into the night, their traded items right next to them. And I believe we left off with it just becoming morning.
And a diplomat waking, I guess, me up.
It was like a servant.
Yeah, it was like something or other.
So I think it's probably safe to say at this point we realize that the whole taint thing that we've encountered before is literally the corruption of the outsiders.
Seems like it.
Probably. Assumption duly noted.
Pepper, you can change your picture as well.
Oh, I forgot.
All good.
Because
That's bad.
you're just a square. Don't be a
Damn.
square.
Be a person, don't be a square.
She's still a square, but she's a person in a square now.
Shut the fuck
My
up.
god.
But you are awakened by an attendant. Awakening you and asking for your what would that be? Presents for the meeting that is going to start this morning.
Yep. I'll get up. I'm assuming I feel rested. Like that whatever happened was completely dream based, and we have just items from it though.
You still feel haggard and hurt from what happened,
Okay.
and maybe also a little bit of terrified, like waking up from a serious nightmare.
Yep, I'll be right there. Yep. I'm trying to play off the maybe little bit of fear going on.
I will ask Spurs if he needs any one of us
I should be fine.
for the meeting.
I should be fine.
So you're gonna go alone.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Before I leave, your entourage is of course allowed to accompany you to the meeting since both chieftains have their entourage with them too.
Hmm. Well, I suppose if any of you guys want to come, it's up to you.
Yeah, I can always sleep after meeting.
I feel like we could leave Deacon
Fuck
sleep.
it, I go with you.
We'll leave Deacon sleep. I know Rieth wouldn't enjoy the whole thing, so we'll just leave him do his own thing. So, me, Uka, I'm assuming that's about it, because Deacon's still asleep. Probably not gonna go and get Iger, because he's in a different tent. Rieth definitely wouldn't want to be involved in this whole situation. And Sylphie probably wouldn't understand half the shit going on, so. I think I'm right on everything, so.
That's actually the fun part. She might actually be more understanding of what's going on.
Huh?
Huh.
I am.
I'm
When-
guessing not.
When the
Question mark?
player goes, huh?
Well,
She,
given
she,
your
she
history,
lives in trees.
Hold on.
yes,
let me
but
explain.
usually you would also talk with other nests, so to speak, which would be more of a diplomatic
I mean,
gathering. so to
Sylphie is
speak.
quite charismatic, so yes.
Hmm.
I actually have proficiency in stuff.
In stuff. I suppose I
here.
could make a.
Question is, do he
I'd be worried if you
ask you-
weren't.
I think I'd pester Sylphie. If they want to come along, that's up to him or them.
She's out sleeping on the fence.
Yee. I'll go outside and yell at
What?
him.
Just make a whistle and just
Not good
She,
at
like,
whistle
looks
noises,
up.
so thank you.
She looks up, looks immediately at you, and then flies over and sits down, and just like has the biggest smug smile, and is like showing off her new outfit, and is like basically her whole stance is screaming compliment me.
praise me, praise me.
Praise me! So I take it you like the
I just
things you
looking
got
weird
off
at
of
her.
whatever that world was.
Mm-hmm.
Good enough. Would you like to join us to the little diplomatic meeting to talk to the other chieftains?
Okay.
Okay, just fucking.
Okay.
Okay, I believe you.
Spirits,
I'll be able to show off
Eh,
fabulousness to all those people.
fantastic.
don't dilly-dally, we are busy.
All right, I'll go. I'm working on it. I just wanted to see if Sylphie would like to come along.
That's fine.
I know Rieth wouldn't like to, and I know Deacon's still asleep.
It's your choice to let them sleep or actually wake them up.
Let him sleep. It's a conversation.
I'm not sleeping. I'm just sitting near the water.
I will give Deacon a slight tip, like going to the diplomatic meeting if you want to go. If you want to stay, stay.
Just go through
Just
this.
giving him a little.
He's
You
tired.
got slightly cut out in that sentence.
Yeah,
are you
you're
waking him?
breaking up a bit.
I kind of
Are you
heard
waking him?
I
Okay.
understand the gist. She's like tapping Deacon
Yeah.
to let him know that they're
Okay.
going.
Mhm.
And if he wants to come, he can.
So I will ask him, hey, if you want to go, you can go with now, or if you want to stay sleeping, just sleep in.
He's typing. typing. He's
He's
messaging.
doing it.
He's
Oh my
messaging.
God. I'm awaiting the presence of his letters.
I look forward to the
The
words he
representation of
strings.
his will.
Nah, I'm good. Got
bro.
other
Got
things
other
to do.
things to do. I.
Alright, chill, dog. I mean, okay.
And then I go out and
He
join
just
the rest.
vibing. He just vibing.
Mm. I mean, wouldn't you if you could?
He needs to get his beauty sleep.
sleep
Well,
instead
let's
of
be
sleep?
fair.
Doesn't
He
work.
did make a spectacular impact during that dream.
That is true. That is true.
Emphasis on impact.
I have a feeling I know what tent. is
You
supposed
are
to
basically being dragged along by a chate, and what's the word for it again? Not associate, not
Take your time.
But can you describe what the person is?
they are one who works for the chief, so to speak. Attendant, there it was.
Ah,
Ah, I see.
being dragged along by an attendant.
Yes.
There you go.
All right.
I'm glad we cleared that
And
up.
you're being asked to wait here by the fire.
Okay.
Oh, am I being grabbed?
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Being clingy straight from the morning, eh?
You wife you.
Waifu.
Early morning, so it always feels like there's not enough time to make food, so just make some good berries.
Make some jalapenos.
I'm making some jalapenos.
I'm gonna need to find a temp token.
Jalapeno.
Oh, spicy. Oh, god damn.
Where do
Do you know that?
If,
Do you
if
know the reference I'm
offer-
trying to make?
Not really.
I will say spice is not spice is not for baby.
Okay.
Not eating one of
Unfortunately,
those
I
things
can-
again.
You sure? You
Just
you-
make sure to not bite straight through him.
You
That's
threw
all.
it straight into your mouth. Maybe try and, I don't know, gently put it in your mouth and then eat it.
She'll very gently put it on her tongue and then try to eat it.
See? Didn't pop. I mean, it's still probably hot, but
After like a few seconds, she just flies off and dunks her head in the water.
you know, you get used to these things after a while.
And then she
You know
comes
what? I
back.
appreciate the gesture, Spirits, but I think I'm going to save mine for after the talks.
Alright. I feel like
Never-
talking on
I'm
an
never
empty
eating that.
stomach messes with talking.
I feel like talking with a burn on in your throat is worse.
Points to self.
You're the only one who doesn't get affected by it.
Well, I wonder why.
He's just popping them like Tic Tacs.
Fourth meal of the day is to always have something to eat. I ain't skipping breakfast.
Breakfast of a single berry?
That single berry gives me a whole meal.
Breakfast of champions.
Exactly.
Breakfast of champions. Magic fruits.
Magic berry from the fucking fire plane.
You know what? At some points, one of the artists might have some time to make a free little doodle of what they look like.
You mean the hot berries?
Yeah.
And they just literally be jalapenos?
I would assume just jalapenos.
Yeah.
That's my image of them. Like my mindset towards them.
Like maybe they glow a little bit with like
A little bit of heat
Like,
radiating off of them.
yeah.
And maybe also a few like the vessels in like also have a slight glow to it.
Yeah.
Mhm. Like little embers coming off.
Little pops here and there.
Two well-dressed individuals steps out of the tent.
Ooh.
This is temp art. This is not
Yeah.
This is basically just a stand-in
Okay.
art because I hadn't had the time or the budget to get.
You're sure they're royalty free though?
Yep, it's from free assets on the pack I have for Roll20. There's premium pack.
All right, just be sure that that's actually the case, because remember with the free pack of music on here that we got DMCA'd for?
Yeah, I know, but the token art is free usage. I have looked it up.
Ah, okay, good. Just wanted to make sure.
A man and a woman steps out, well dressed in vibrant. The woman dressed out in cream. It wouldn't really be a dress, so to speak, or maybe
Tunic?
yes, tunic with orange shawl to it. Wherein the man that's stepping out is clothed in a black shirt with a jacket on top and also a grayish shawl. Or no, not a shawl. What would that be like?
Scarf?
Sash?
Sash.
Yeah.
Dapping over his shoulder.
Hmm.
Do they carry any sort of representation on their clothing? Like it's clear to tell that they are that they are, either of them is the actual chieftain? Like in the same way that Spears and Asati have identifying clothing?
Well, the woman is also having a small circlet placed on top of her head. Made. You can try and identify it.
All right.
Give her a whirl.
What would that be?
Perception check.
Really?
Perception. All right.
I have to make this check.
Wow, natural 19.
Not bad, not bad.
It's. Anybody else actually taking a look?
I could give her a shot.
What are we looking at?
It's a perception for a circlet on the woman in the cream and orange.
All right, it's a shiny, so I'm definitely looking at it.
100%. You
She's-
should.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yep.
I don't think I can top
She-
that.
So,
Yeah.
something shiny within her peripheral vision, immediate lock on.
Oh yeah.
I was going to say, she sees it so well, she flies up and steals it.
No, bad.
Everybody who gets over a 10, she has a small bronze circlet she's wearing with a ruby inserted.
Ooh.
Not necessarily, it's a rough cut ruby, so it's not, all sparkly and all that, but it still does give a sense of impressment and authority.
I see.
Authority.
Sylphie
thought
just
that.
sees
The way you said it.
shiny.
Dorita.
Just sees shiny.
The man also is carrying. He has like several bracelets, almost put together, as in braces that shows off. On both his arms, showing off his authority and a level of esteem. Again, also made out of bronze, but with inscriptions on it.
Yeah.
Do they look runic in nature?
Yes. Yeah, I said everybody who had above a 10 would recognize what the circlet the woman is wearing and the bracelets. That's basically because they are so. Oh, the runic nature of them. Roll me an Arcana.
Very well.
Come on, hit it hard with an Arcana.
Do I reckon?
All right.
Nice.
Sylphie is too preoccupied by the shiny. She's not she's not looking at this magic.
She's
right
not
now.
interested in the runes. She's interested in the shiny.
She's stun locked.
I can give it a shot.
Hold on. Let me give myself the stun condition real quick.
Yeah.
There.
Oh wait, do I have to be trained in Arcana or no? Is that
You
some?
could try and see if you could glean any knowledge off of them, potentially.
Can give it a shot.
It's not your fault. No.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Okay, from your understanding, it's a mixture of protective and enhancing runes, but they're not glowing, i.e. they are not truly of magical energies because you cannot even sense any magic powering them at this given moment.
So they look like they're just decoration.
Yes.
Mm.
Eager, you do think they might have something hidden within them, but they are inert as of this moment.
For the sake of not arousing suspicion, I will not share that immediately.
Sylphie is very obviously staring at the ruby.
Just gonna.
With the 28 perception amount. Even, if
You're
you will.
you're creep staring.
Oh yeah.
Just gonna grab their shoulder.
And do a German suplex.
No, I fucking wish though. That would be hilarious.
Into suplex into the fire.
My territory.
You're in my world now.
Okay.
So, you are the entourage of the two chiefs that has arrived in our southern encampment.
That is correct.
Actually, a fair question. Did Asati bring any additional entourage?
Yes, she has two of her attendants with her, but she's
Alright.
like she like dragged you along by the ear because she was.
She demands you're coming along, and you ain't getting out
Yeah.
of this. Which means you're stuck in a room with me too.
I feel like all the women in this world are really abusive.
A little bit.
Hey, he left her without saying anything, so she has the right to be a little bit.
You know, he's got a point.
She currently is catching up on being clingy.
For now.
For now.
Ooh. Anyways.
May I ask whom is the chieftains here, since we hadn't really been introduced yet?
My name is Spirus. Still holding on to Sylphie.
Ah,
I'm the chieftain of the Deer Tribe. Hi, chieftain.
the High Chieftain. Ooh. We hadn't had one of those since, well, before the great split of our tribe.
I mean, I don't mean to pry, but what happened that caused this great split?
Oh, too many people, too little hunting grounds and fishing
I
areas,
see.
so we had to split the tribe, so to speak.
I see.
Most of our kindred are further north from here, together with the second encampment, which is this is a part of. It's on the other side of the Great Inlet you probably spotted as you were traveling in here.
I'm assuming we did spot that.
You did.
Okay. I figured. I want to make sure. Let's see.
I am a mayor.
Man. Can you spell that for me?
Yeah, yeah. I'm already getting the sheet out.
Please, we can't spell that. Watch, it could be like the simplest spelling in the world. I'm gonna feel like an idiot. Don't do this to me, past.
It's gonna have like hieroglyphs in it.
No.
Dude, I can't read ancient Egypt. You know that.
These tents do not really look Egyptian. Actually, they look more Turkish in nature.
I made it. The southern turtles. Okay. And that's the one in the orange, correct?
Yes, that's the woman.
I'm gonna make a note of this. Important.
The
Very
one
important.
Sophie is intensely staring at.
The one, you know
Yes.
why? The reason why I'm still holding your fucking shoulder. I give myself temporary.
And this is my husband. Calumet of the Northern Turtles. He gives you a stiff nod.
On back.
Spelling, please.
I also need that spelling. Need to remember these names. This is a very important thing.
Yes. Do any of you ever look in the NPC name list to figure out what people are called?
Sometimes.
I normally write them down. I've got a book.
I wrote them down. I'm writing them down to my allies and organizations, primarily just the chieftains, seeing that those are kind of the more important stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But what was her name? Or do we not know that yet?
Amaya.
It's
Amaya.
literally in the chat box.
Oh, there.
We both rule the two tribes, but we are united through marriage and our children. To strengthen the bond. Sadly, most of our kindred, though, they do on occasion intermarry with ours. They don't do that as often as they did beforehand.
I see. I apologize for one of holding on to Sylphie still. Their consistent staring, they really like shiny objects.
Oh, I would only have guessed so since her eyes have been following the circlet of my
Mhm.
my inherent rulership attribute.
Inherent rulership.
Yes,
Let's see.
I took over after my grandfather.
Ah. I
My dad was not much of a ruler, so to speak. He didn't have the merits.
Hmm.
I only hope either my son or my daughter can prove to show some merit, or I might need to hand it over to one of my nephews or nieces
So just
if they show any qualities that are fit for one to rule.
So just off of what they're saying, I'm guessing they focus on rulership via bloodline.
And meritocracy, so to speak.
So
It's a combination of bloodline and merit, so to speak.
Would this be considered foreign to us, or is this normal? This is also kind of normal.
It's kind of normal, but usually in the Deer tribe, there has been the original 10 families are usually the ones who gets to carry the rulership role, but it's usually also a matter of who's the most liked and the most skilled, so to speak. If not, it's usually also the one who is the best fighter who gets to become a chieftain.
I see. Shit.
Or but basically, you also go by merit, but it's also the power, the strongest rules the weak, in a sense.
Yeah.
So it's still by merit, so you can like have understanding of that. It's just
Yeah. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. Should we?
it's a
Go ahead.
pleasure to have you here. And then Tay, of course, introduce herself.
Yeah. I was wondering when you'd say that. Like, that's actually kind of weird.
I'm skipping over hers to basically make this go a little bit faster.
Understandable. It's either that or you're talking to yourself.
Yeah.
The other thing is she's been here longer, so she could have introduced herself earlier.
That is true. I suppose we should get down to business on this.
Yes, indeed. But do know that this might take a while, as everything will need to be explained, planned out, and we would also need to have time to deliberate between us.
Understandable.
Since there are some rumors going around you, Spirits,
Um,
and I can say some of them do stick.
Rumors? Been here a day.
That might be, but word travels fast on the trade ways.
And the rumors would be?
Well, one who succeeded your former chief through combat,
Yeah.
and apparently has the ability to spew fire.
Both are accurate.
Well, also themselves being on fire without hurting themselves.
Yeah, anyone can see me from a mile away because of that.
Mhm.
What the fuck is a mile? Ugh.
I'm a long way off.
I'm pretty sure you would be a walking beacon, so to speak, seeing you for a day's travel all around. If you stood still.
Yep. At least I can shed light for those that wander around in the night. It's nice to help. Besides, it's better to see in the dark than it is to, well, be stuck in the dark.
I have a feeling that Riot would disagree.
Yeah, but that's Riot. He's better at skulking around than I am.
Oh, really now?
He's not.
You mean the masked individual that came in earlier?
Yeah.
But I also heard you bring gifts with you.
Yeah. We brought some gifts. Primarily, we have an abundance of food, so we figure to share and
Oh, to
hopefully
share a
get in good.
bountiful harvest from the mother is always appreciated. She like gives you an acknowledgement nod.
And it's to get in good graces so we can not have any issues and just have a nice conversation.
As you stated, a couple of the people you brought along with you basically park a cart over here with the grain pots.
We brought food. What else did we bring? I remember the food primarily, because that was like the huge amount we had.
Yeah, I believe we brought about 12 vessels.
Yeah, and you're dropping off 4 here, and then
Yep.
4. What was it? It was 4
There was
here.
4 for here, 4 for the lion tribe, which we were going to pass by. Then we were going to give another 4 to the boar tribe. And we weren't entirely sure about the hyena tribe yet because they were nomadic.
But there
Yeah,
is
we-
also another tribe, and the Frenches you could go and talk to.
What other tribe?
The map.
Boar tribe.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, we said
I
that.
just
We
mentioned
just said
them.
the board tribe. They were gonna get four of the vessels as well.
There may be a
But-
couple of other tribes you haven't run into in your territory, but you never know.
I mean,
I was gonna say there's the bear tribe as well.
Well, we have already went there, and it's like all the way to the south,
No,
southeast.
I think that's like.
And
your
also,
end
I
of our
believe
journey,
when
too.
we left, before we left, you did send I think you did send off some people to deliver some to them as well.
I don't fully recall, but if that's what
Probably.
we're remembering, then I would assume that I wouldn't leave any tribe out when it comes to sharing the abundance, especially for how much we had.
Mm.
Hmm. And the fact that it's literally was just sitting there rotting away.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure. We could send someone there because we knew where they were. The thing is, that's why we're
Mhm.
doing this, because we don't know where these ones are.
Hmm. Also, I realized that we haven't checked on them since, we returned and we found out that Whalar came through with his skeletons. So I
A
don't know
lot
what.
happened.
Yeah,
Mm.
we got some things to tell them.
there's a lot
Yeah.
of conversations that need to be had.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways. So are we having these negotiations outside the tent, or are we gonna go into the tent?
She and Calumet would like open the tent flap. For you to go in.
I'm gonna try and
You're gonna have to
drag
push the harpy.
Sylphie. Drag Sylphie.
It's like a mother and a small child, and it's still just staring.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll just go to like a side of it or something.
Whilst everyone else is entering, the Spirits is just quickly whispering to Sylphie, like, "Stop staring!"
You even get the idea of touching, I'll burn your feathers. Don't do that.
Wow.
It's not the time. I'll give you something shiny later.
Sylphie does the surprised Pikachu face.
Just don't touch it. It's very stressful as it's.
As you see on the inside, you see there are 2 smaller thrones. I'm gonna turn down the volume just a little
Yeah,
bit.
it's a little
just-
loud.
Just a wee bit loud.
As you see them stepping in and sitting on a pair of thrones, there's a small fire in the middle of the room, a small hearth, wherein there are like pillows put down for you to sit on.
Comfy.
Ah, yes, we do take good care of the guests we enjoy the pleasure of having.
We don't. Do we? I don't think we fully know what a pillow is. Depending on the material.
You basically usually have like a skin that's like sewn together and then just like
Yeah,
put in a lot of grass and straw, so to speak, to give.
Yeah, I was
some
gonna say
sort
the
of comfort.
when we went to the lion tribe, they had them as well.
I see.
If there's any unused cushions, Sophie will steal them and build herself a nest so she has a big cushion.
Of course she would.
Just make like a
Sylphie is just the embodiment of greed.
she makes a pillow fort.
Yes.
Well, maybe they know what harpies are like, and they don't mind. Who knows?
They actually get extra pillows brought in for Sylphie to build her little pillow fort.
Sophie makes a fucking empire of pillows.
Jesus.
Just make sure you
This-
can still see them, you know?
I was gonna
Nah,
say
nah,
there's
nah.
just like a little slit where her eyes are just looking
Yeah.
through.
Like
see
an
just-
actual bunker.
You just see
Yeah.
like it's completely dark in there, but you see like two glowing yellow eyes. popping out.
That's not ominous at all.
Let me
Anyways.
check what her eye color is. That seems like yellowish. Yep.
Just these yellow peepers just.
Although, wouldn't you leave the top open so you could flee at any moment?
They're
I'm sorry-
pillows. She'll
well,
bust
you
through.
know, I know like the fortress looks impenetrable, but spoiler alert, it's not.
It's pillows.
It's
Yeah.
a pillow. Anyways.
So,
So, what is it that you wish to bring before us?
Well,
Spiris, if you would step in front.
Yeah.
And she like gestures for a pillow placed at beneath the throne next behind just in front of the hearth.
so like right here.
That's in the hearth, but sure you can stay there.
Just to
I mean,
dominant.
Technically, he can.
I can
Just
sit
stand
here
in
all
the
time.
fire.
No, but actually, we're like closer to them.
he
further
doesn't need to
behind.
show
Yes.
off, you know?
Okay.
And that might be a little bit too close to her personal space.
Well, he said
No,
yes.
no, it's fine.
He said yes,
Yeah?
so I'm assuming
Okay.
this is all right. You just
There-
kind of
there is
said
enough
like
space.
in front of them. I'm like, well, it's either the middle of the room or closer. Anyways.
Just T-pose in the fireplace.
He's not Bortusk.
Yeah.
So I understand that you wish to trade.
Well, we wish to
I
trade.
will sit.
Go ahead. Okay.
What are you saying, Pepper? You will sit.
No, no, it's because it was a really delayed part
Oh.
of
something
she said before
Wow,
Right.
that
about her.
How-
Again,
Yes.
all we heard was
Mega
"I will
delay.
sit." Do you have any idea how long ago that was?
Yes.
Jeez, that's such a far time. Anyways,
Yeah. I
Sylphie
don't
made
know
a pillow
what's-
fort and everything.
Yeah.
the fuck, Discord.
thanks, Discord.
So you wish to establish a trade agreement? We can easily do that with you showing that you have access to some peculiar things.
Well, it's not just a trade agreement. There are some other things. Due to
Oh.
well, I'm sure you know that the snake tribe that's not very far from you. We'd like to.
You
well,
see both of their gaze turns a little bit hard at the mention of the... Oh, you mean those savages and barbarians?
Yes.
Yes, we have been dealing with them for quite some time.
The
From my understanding also, you're kinda new to the area.
mm,
Your tribe, that is.
I believe so.
It has only been a couple months since the deer tribe moved here.
That is true. I believe so.
Well, the fun part is that where you have set up your encampment was actually a place that we were figuring out to maybe settle a part of our people.
Wait, how do they know where we are?
Give you.
I mean, they're apparently already have relations with the mountain lion tribe. It wouldn't be strange
Oh,
for them to
okay.
mention
That's
and I'm
fair.
sure the mountain
Yeah.
lion tribes told them some things because traveling merchants tend to talk.
Mm.
But we have also been seeing where your people have set up when you first got here, you know. We do patrol the waters.
I've noticed that with the. I don't know how to explain it, but the weird thing that was floating on the water that a bunch of your men were hiding in.
Ah, yes. Small canoes.
Hmm.
They are not small. I would like
A
to point
small
out because
canoe. Meanwhile, a fucking long ass
It-
log
it-
just
it-
drifting.
Literally the size of an entire tree.
And now
It
I'm curious how far they've come with building water vehicles.
They have cruise ships.
they have river cruisers, okay?
They
Yeah.
have submarines.
Maybe not.
All right,
Maybe
guys,
not.
just dam
It's
up.
not.
All right, guys, just dam up one side of the river. They'll never get to us.
Gonna blow the dam.
No.
Anyways,
Casually gliding along in a fucking galleon.
where was I? All right, bringing up the snake tribe. Well, we are.
If you
Go ahead.
if you wish for assistance in handling them, we could maybe spare a few warriors from both of our tribes. I'm not sure we would be able to call on much from our kindreds who are settled further north, up into the great inland sea up north.
Well, the goal was to, well, eradicate them.
Oh, that's amusing.
And the idea was to ask other tribes for a pool to help deal with the snake tribe. I see the fort icon. God.
Oh my god.
Damn it.
I was going to say, also mention the skeletons.
Yeah, you should probably mention them as well.
I'll get to those in a moment.
But you must understand that we cannot promise a full support, since we also need to watch out for raiders and the such of, because though we may be kindred with most of the people on the lake, that does not stop them from raiding.
It is true.
Though we are one of the more powerful ones because we are one of the main tribes, so to speak.
I see. And out of curiosity, what were the other main tribes?
Well, there are. Last I had any words with our kindred tribes, there were 7 enclaves around the inland sea.
Mm-hmm.
And there are some rumors coming from up north about a new tribe that has been moving in to the area.
I see.
Claiming good lands up north. Not much are known about them, since they really much sticks to themselves. Except though there are some rumors saying they are like birds.
Sophie looks up at that.
Not like you, my dear.
part of the fortress raises up.
Like a single pillar on
Yeah.
top of her head, just like scoops
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Yeah, like a sewer cover.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I remember Sheila bringing this up about a weird bird. A bird person selling them stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I didn't forget.
An
that.
oh
oven.
god, I forgot to add that character to the game. No,
No,
all is ruined.
you fucked it out. Anyways,
He sold her an oven.
I guess I could attempt to describe it the same way Sheila described it to me.
A big bird, you say?
Yeah, yellow feathers and everything.
Shut the fuck.
He was quite friendly and most certainly wanted to explain everything in as much easy detail as possible.
Well, we hadn't had the pleasure of meeting them yet. We have only heard the stories of the few traders from up north that comes down here to sell what they bring along. But it's not necessarily all good rumors about them, so to speak.
Oh,
Pass. You meant to say traders, right? Not traitors.
traders.
Traitors, not
Yes.
traitors.
I heard traitors, and I was like, wait, what?
Traitorous. And what would these bad rumors be of these bird people?
Well, it seems like they're very much warlike. Have been driving out smaller tribes from areas that they deem is more fit for them to sit on.
I see. Shut up, Deacon.
Of course, none of our kindred have had any direct contact, at least not what we know of as of yet, but we might be sending out emissaries asking for our conclave, so to speak, to be in order.
Well, I believe, well, to my knowledge, there's only one person that's interacted with them that's explained what they look like to me, and
Oh, really? So so you said it's like a big bird?
that's what they described them as.
Huh.
Sold
Well,
them
that
an
would be
oven.
oven, like a hole in the ground with fire.
I will then proceed to describe what the oven looked like.
Huh. Made out of hardened clay squares, you said?
Yep.
Hmm. We should try and do that sometime. Calameth. Especially if they ask a new building material. We have plenty of clay laying around. Could be a new way to improve both our tribes, wouldn't you say? They sit and have a silent little discussion with hand gestures and whispering words.
I am very patiently sitting there.
But I also heard that you have managed to unlock the secrets of, well, she gestures to your knife.
Do I even have a metal knife?
You have the one that Fang's in.
Oh, fuck, that's right, that I forgot to give to you again.
You also have a metal knife. Like you have two knives. You have the one where Fang is in, and then you have the metal one. Because Uka gave
Weren't you the
one.
first one to receive the bronze knife from Uka?
Pretty
No,
sure
it was a copper knife, not a bronze knife.
Pretty sure I denied.
Oh, she hadn't made that yet.
She had made copper, not bronze yet.
Pretty sure multiple times I've declined on getting any metal weapons for a while. But maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I just
At this
Well,
point, at this
wait a
point,
minute. No,
you're
you
at
got
this
one.
point you're obligated to because you're the chieftain.
Well, hold on. Don't druids not like metal?
No, they can only not use metal in their armor or shields.
Past didn't like that rule.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah,
Because
you
I
had
would like
you
to
had
point out that druids are real life druids used metal weapons and tools for both ceremony and warfare. I would like to point out, so that's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically a limiting factor just to make it that fun to play.
yeah you got a copper knife that Fang's in. It's like the same as
Yeah.
my copper knife.
yeah.
Well, looks like it anyway.
We've we've definitely been figuring out the whole metal situation and still experimenting with a lot of it too.
But we would like potentially to get our hands on some of it, maybe. We can make a trade deal
We'd be willing
out
to
of
trade.
that. Because I have seen your friend, just an Otuka, already have been trading a few of your miraculous knives that seems to stay sharp after a good while.
Mm-hmm.
Even better than most bone and stone knives that's going around.
From what we've tested, they're definitely a lot stronger than bone. Yeah, I'm not giving away all that information. I'll hold that to myself. But yeah, we're willing to trade the some of the metal stuff, tools, weapons, and such. What do you have to trade in return?
Well, we have the fabric, in which some of your friends seems to adore. We have access to great many different types of clay to bring out some of the better things.
Mm-hmm. So when it comes, so far, clay and cloth or silk. No.
We also get plenty of different bones and whatnot from both animals on land and sea.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, we also have a few luxurious items we might be able to sell.
Mm-hmm.
Like these pretty beads made out of pearls and other shiny gems that wash up on our shores. She holds out a small pouch where she like empties its content out, and you see that it's a mixture of clay, bone, pearls, um, pretty stone pearls, and even a few gems.
Mm-hmm.
An intense stare comes from within the fortress.
I do not turn around, but I am glaring at you without staring at you.
You can feel a pair of spectral eyes just glare at you, Sylvie.
Nothing can see me. I am in the impenetrable fortress.
It's its burnable,
None
it's
shall
an
enter my
impenetrable-
domain.
Yeah, just sets it on fire.
No, my impenetrable fortress.
No, my impenetrable fortress. Hmm. So, when they brought up the cloth, do we have cloth of our own, or do we not?
You
We have
have really primitive. They have like
fancy shit.
they have
Um,
a bigger production of it, and maybe a little bit further ahead in the production of it.
Okay.
They got the cool shit, bruh.
So they, God.
Would you say it's refined cloth?
Yes,
Okay.
where you have access to coarse, they have more refined or standard to fine cloth and clothing.
Okay. And then when you said about their, I think they said special clay or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, do we have access to clay as well? Just not special, air quote.
You have access to a little bit of standard clay. It's not much. You also know that that deposit might run out at some point unless you find a new one. So it's a limited resource you have access to right now at the riverbed
Okay.
by the mountain.
When you say we've got like the basic clothes, it just reminds me like they're just walking around in like potato sacks. It's like that real coarse shit.
This is the good stuff, man. uh, Those are the two, and then they started going to luxury items, correct?
Hmm.
You said about beads with bone, stone, some for gems or something like that.
Yeah, and
Pearls.
also clay pearls of different colors that they have painted,
Mm.
or at least lacquered in some way. So they're extra, blank and like really, really nice
I
and
see.
smooth. Like she gives you a handful for you to look at.
I would like to, yeah, I would like to inspect these. To the
And so I'm so happy that Ralph isn't there. He's just saying this stuff is useless. What the fuck?
Oh,
Why do you want this shit?
Deep in my mind, I'm like, why luxury items? I don't care about this.
Yeah.
I need useful
No,
things.
but the
It
good thing
will
is,
still-
I would say that. So it's a good thing it's not there.
That's another reason why I didn't bring. It's one of the few reasons why I left you to your own devices.
Meanwhile, Sylphie sees her reason for living in those hands.
I could make you a whole ass diamond right here, right now.
If I can do it, you won't.
He will just to shut you the fuck up.
While I'm looking at these beads,
Hmm.
do you want me to make any check to, I guess, discern anything particular, or just they're just really nice looking beads?
As you like look them over,
Uh-huh.
the stones have been polished to like perfect smoothness, and there's also being drilled hole through it without it cracking, which in itself is also, shows that someone has taken great care in making some of these like really, really pretty stone pearls.
Mm-hmm.
But you also see that the clay ones is expertly formed. You can even see small inscriptions applying to them.
Hmm.
The same with the bone pieces.
We're gonna go. That's basic, bitch, and then you just make a diamond.
Make
That's
a
it.
diamond right in front of it.
That's a fucking power
Yeah,
move right
style on them. Style on them.
I'd probably look these over. I'm assuming I can feel Sylphie staring like right past me towards what I'm holding in my
there. Oh
hands.
yes, absolutely, 1
But you
million
also
percent.
see fewer gemstones in the middle. A couple of them have been made into pearl,
Yeah.
or well, not necessarily pearls, but well, would it actually be called a pearl?
It depends.
I hate it when I'm not sure I have the right word for it. It's like when you make a bracelet of like nowadays where you have like these roundish plastic things with hole in them.
Beads?
Yeah, beads.
Okay, so
Beads.
Still beads. Okay.
Gem beads. There it was.
Gem beads. Okay. So they've
There's
made
also a
so they've made beads out of gems too.
yes.
Okay. Hmm.
You can also see they have been slightly cut into to give them the shape they have, but it's more of a rough cutting, as if they don't really have the right material to do a pretty cut. So they still, have a little bit of a rough edges and all that, but it still like looks really good the way that they have cut them.
These are well crafted.
Some of our best crafters of the different kinds works on these to make sure that we always apply the best goods for selling. She like snaps her finger, and you see an attendant walks in with a bundle of different clayware.
When you say clayware, you mean like the beads and shit, or Or,
No,
like,
no, no. When I
pots and
say
stuff?
clayware, it's like bowls, cups, uh, and you can see that they are both. Some of them are like in their natural colors, so to speak, but you can also see some of them have been painted with like a small, not necessarily inscription, but more iconography. And they are also really smooth, wherein yours are more of a more rough texture.
Yeah,
As if yours haven't been sanded, but theirs have.
I see. Alright. So, well, so okay, I gotta do this because this is now plaguing my head, and I want to just do this. I can basically reach behind me and grab into the hearth, right?
Yes.
All right. Can I grab like a decent-sized piece of coal, charcoal? Primarily so I
Sure.
can get Sylphie's eyes off of everything else and have them stare at something else. Out of
Sure.
constant concern. I also know what I'm about to do when I do this. I would like to do my once-a-day move of making a fucking diamond.
Sure. Roll me on. Roll me a concentration check, because this will take some time to make.
Just quickly looking at him saying, hold on, I need to do this.
I would like to do my power move.
I would like to do my power move. Seeing that I have Warcaster, I guess that gives me advantage for this.
Yes.
Concentrating. That is a 12.
Okay, give me a second.
Probably take me a bit.
I'm gonna roll public, because F you can see how good or bad it goes.
It's the most fun way to do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a really low
Is that
number.
good or bad?
We keep forgetting with you.
Yeah.
Like he just makes a diamond and then throws it like a ball to a dog, as like right in front of him. Like, what the fuck?
I always forget whether high is good or bad.
Yeah, a lot of DMs do like high, but I know there's a DM that I go to that does low, and I don't remember if it's pass or not.
Give a sec. Baby maybe have made some sounds, so we Pepper just going to check. But it's a decent diamond you make. It's a little bit warped, and it's not, truly clear.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like the perfect circle that was like fully clear you made last time.
Ah, I see. Not as good, but at least it's something to keep Sylphie's attention.
Is it enough? Hold on. Let me see.
You see the diamond?
I see. But what is better, the diamond or the beads?
Well, the
What-
diamond
what-
might need some work to make it, or into, something like the ball you had last time, but it's still, shiny.
Is it shinier than the whatever they're showing?
A little bit, not much. But again, it's because he has a rough diamond in his hands, not, like the perfect one
Mm-hmm. Alright,
he
well,
made earlier.
if it's even only a little bit shinier, her gaze immediately shifts over to Spirus's hands.
Proceeds to then just kind of toss it towards Sylphie.
You see a claw appear from within the fortress and immediately, like, yoink it into it.
And then you hear a whelp as she burns her on it. Sylphie, you take, let's see here, how much is that?
Oh,
That's 66 fire damage you take.
fucking what?
What in the...
It's a really
You
hot
just
diamond.
made You just made a diamond and you throw it to one of your friends. Do you know how hot and how much pressure you just put it on?
Well, I'm pretty sure a lot. Didn't think that all the way through. That's on me. But at the same time, maybe they'll learn next time than grabbing something random being thrown towards them.
You take 22 fire damage.
How's that
Worth
helpful
it.
looking, buddy?
That's
So
like 2/6 of her health just like gone.
that's 1/3.
I'll heal you after this.
Still, diamond obtained.
Diamond has now been obtained. Searing hands
see.
also acquired.
Rough diamond. I'll add it to my
Um,
inventory.
Oh no. Oh no.
Wait,
You were wearing something on your claws, correct? Made of metal.
yes, my clawed gauntlets.
Yes.
Oh, those are clawed gauntlets, so.
They're magical though, so
That is true, they are magical.
That's true, but what happens if you take something super hot and puts it against metal? It gets
Well,
really, really
the thing
hot.
is, would I be
Immediately transfer
wearing
the
my
heat.
would I be wearing my weapons in the middle of a friendly camp?
I don't think they'd be too keen with the idea of you bringing weapons into the tent.
They are wearing their own weapons.
I mean, granted, I'm always armed.
Sorry, I think I missed a bit of context. What is happening?
So
I made a
Spears
diamond and threw it.
Yeah, he threw it at Sylphie, who then immediately picked it up. But because he just made it, it's fucking searing hot, and she's taking damage.
Right. You didn't dip it in the water yet.
What water?
There is no water.
Well,
we're
last
okay.
time he did it, he dipped it in water
See,
before
I
he
didn't know
handed it to me.
that.
You didn't ask.
I asked what the hell I did. You didn't explain it all. You just said
Yeah.
I made a fucking diamond.
Yeah. Do you know what it takes to make a goddamn diamond? Extreme
lot of
heat
pressure.
and pressure. Like, it's heat and pressure that takes to make a diamond. Of the extreme degree, we're talking about several thousand-degree heat.
Listen, man, I'm not a geologist, are you?
Oh. But, they didn't look at you a little bit like leaned a little bit back because you were kind of searing hot for a moment.
Sorry about that.
Hang on. I got something for this.
Oh no.
What?
Is she still holding it, or
Well,
Yeah.
you don't know. She's in the fort. She's completely hidden from you.
They're completely covered in the impenetrable pillow fort.
Yes, you have no idea.
did you not even cry out in pain?
Yes,
They
I
did.
did.
And you hear a hot, 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 hot.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
So, Sylphie, stick it out for a moment. Let me help.
She you see like two eyes like glow at you and like from one of the cracks, and then very slowly a hand pops out. A little bit of a burnt hand pops out holding the diamond.
Okay. I cast prestidigitation in order to cool it off.
And I forgot I still had my voice mod on.
Good job.
there.
I'm narrating my entire existence.
Right, as it cools off, she just immediately pulls it back in. I've made such a fucking gremlin. I'm so happy.
You alright in there?
I'm amazing. Now leave me alone. I have a diamond to look at.
Okay.
So you can make those shining gemstones?
Well, just that one, to my knowledge.
Hmm.
You might be able to make different ones based on what material you use.
If we could figure out what material comes from each and every gemstone, yeah.
Hmm.
I think like Asadi very quietly hears Sylphie say,
Anyways.
Well, I would allow a trade agreement, don't you think so, my dear? We will ordain trade to begin between our tribes, Spirits.
Thank you.
But for you to ask of us to give up several scores of our men, I would need to confer that with Calumet.
Well, before anything, I should probably bring up that one of the goals of this, us going around talking to other tribes, is so we can amass a large enough of an army to just get rid of them. And, well, the, the bunch of skeletons, I overheard there were a bunch of skeletons that were here a little bit ago.
Well, not here, so to speak, further south.
I see.
But still,
Those
they intruded in onto our land, and we tried to put them back into the ground. They weren't happy about that. Though no deaths or kills were made, still it spooked plenty of our people.
Well, those skeletons are also going to be helping destroy the snake tribe.
Well, we can hope and see what will happen. Now, won't we?
I just figured I'd give you that little bit of information so you're at least aware.
Sure.
I guess I've said my piece.
But there's also another matter I need to talk with you
Mm.
about your spokesman's action during our little incursion happening.
So, if I'm understanding the words that you just said to me, you're referring to a situation that happened while I wasn't around.
That might be, but you still carry the responsibility as your tribe's, well, chieftain for one of your, well, attendants, warriors.
Igor looks
Shut.
down in shame.
Because of his action, we lost 4 scores of warriors.
I'm assuming just from that word alone, it's probably a lot.
How is your working with numbers?
Unfortunately, we're not very knowledgeable of numbers.
I think we count in units of 5.
There are children in the chat arguing with each other. Anyways. Well, is there any particular punishment you would demand in this situation for the death of a lot of your soldiers?
Well, that's families that have lost their fathers, brothers, sons. It's a good chunk of a good chunk of men who will never be able to have children to secure their family's bloodlines.
Mm-hmm.
And there was few who already had children before going on this little incursion are going to grow up fatherless. What I would demand is that either he pays for those families going forward with supplying them with food, wood, skins, whatever they would need.
Hmm.
Or his life, so to speak. On top of a small blood guilt to be paid.
I could sell. Well, I'm gonna look over towards Eager.
I don't know what he did, but he catch something that were indiscriminate, targeting both friend and foe on a battlefield, and to use something so indiscriminately in the middle of your own encampment. I've been told by my champion what happened.
Fortunately, I wish I was there, but I was dragged somewhere else and brought back whenever the battle ended.
Yes, I heard that you frolic it with her.
Raised his eyebrow.
Another tribe that doesn't like the gods.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
I mean, do they know that he would? They know that he disappeared, but they don't know
I don't think
what he
I
was doing.
explained what I was doing all that well.
You did say it out loud in the middle of the camp where you were. Or whom you were with.
Okay. Okay. Hmm. Looks back over to Eager.
It is, of course, your choice. I am not going to say you have to give him up, but I at least would demand that he pays for those families he has wronged. To leave them without a provider for, in a ways that either he provides for them or he pays for the lives he has taken.
Are these the only two options?
Unless you can come with a satisfactory third option.
Hmm.
And yes, Ashati, I can see you gripping onto him, but that does not excuse him.
I would ask that maybe I be given a little time to.
Of course, weren't expecting it to be all done today. We have set off a week for these negotiations to take place.
Thank you. Well, I believe I've said everything I need to say and brought up what I needed to bring up. Is there anything else that needs to be brought up to me?
Potential of maybe you taking child of ours has a potential.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
Of course, of
Yeah.
course.
Unless you have a child of your own you wish to maybe intermarry with ours. You know, to bring good relations over the small matter of blood that has been spilled.
Hmm. And so, pass, just to double check. What they're saying is either A, I take one of their kids from the tribe.
I.e., one of their as you are a man, one of their daughters
Yes.
as a bride.
Or uh, my daughter.
One of them.
One of your daughters.
Well, one of them is currently unable to come back to the overworld. One of them's kind of, not exactly on the normal plane right now.
And the other already has an interest in someone else.
Yeah.
And then you also have your adoptive daughter.
No.
Yeah.
Who is
Well, I
also
mean, you-
already promised to someone else.
Hey,
you
he's
wanna-
the chieftain. He has the right to break that bondage, I would like to point out.
Oh!
Reminder: if you do that, you will die.
Yeah, you were gonna like take one from each tribe, so that's easier.
Avis will suddenly gain the Avis will miraculously gain the title of head chiefess.
I'd
And
like to
Spirits
see
will
I,
that.
I would love to see that, though.
I'd love to see that.
mysteriously. No one would know how it happened.
Oh, no one would know, huh?
Apart
Anyways.
from the whole bloodbath.
Mm.
Would she, though, kill her mother, is the question.
That's true,
What?
you'd have to fight Sheila. And probably Uthla.
I
Yeah,
don't think-
let's be fair. If you do something to Spirus, Uthla's not going to be happy with you.
Distract him.
Avis is selfish, but she's not suicidal.
Avis
Spirit-
will most
Spirus
definitely try to
miraculously
punish you,
gets
but-
Spirus miraculously gets the title untouchable.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we like to call job security.
Until I take over.
And we'll see when that happens. If it happens. I
Just know that the entire party is just vultures waiting for a fucking opening to strike so that they can take over your position.
Do you realize what time period this game is in? It's literally everyone.
Yeah, not me.
I
That's the last thing I want.
Wouldn't it be funny if Riot actually ends up suddenly becoming the Grand Chieftain and just be like that?
Hell nah.
I think
That-
Hell
I
nah.
think
That's
He'd
the
be
thing
running
he would
away
hate the
before.
most.
He'd be running away before even one of them tried.
The first decree he'd make is to make someone else a chief.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I give up my title. It is now yours. Good luck, schmuck.
Anyway, let's move on from this conversation.
Yeah.
Yes. But as the meeting is called for adjourn for now.
Oh, I
then-
think he had something to say.
I'll
Oh, right.
I'll just ask for the similar thing of just answering at a later time.
Of course, of course. We can present you a few of our daughters later on, and you can see if there's anyone you like.
Too many wives.
Does he actually say that out loud?
No, I do not say that out loud.
Would have been hilarious.
It would have been, but I'm not doing that to spirits. Thank you.
We have no idea what you just
I
said,
heard
Pepper.
nothing, Pepper.
She was saying, wait, if Spirits takes another wife, how many is he actually going to be up on at this point in
We've
time?
got there's
Assuming
Uthla,
it's going to be all three that we're
There's
planning to
Zigdra.
visit. There's going to be 6 in total.
There's gonna be
Yeah.
Jimny was one of them. Sheila,
Mm-hmm.
then the well, that's
Daughter of the previous
4.
chieftain.
Mm-hmm.
Daughter of
Yeah.
the previous chief.
I've
right.
written them
Yep,
all
that
down in the
daughter.
list.
Oh
I've
my
written them
God.
all down in
Then-
the list.
I keep
Then
forgetting
this one would
Eager's the
be-
fucking chronicler.
And then this one would be number 6, right? Because of reasons.
Yeah,
All right.
it'd probably be one from each tribe.
Hi, welcome to my
Yeah.
my confusing as fuck family.
Two have already been confirmed. Then there are 4. Then there are 4 that are currently potentials.
Mhm.
And then you would take one and then thinking about probably taking one from each of the tribes we're currently visiting would it put it up at 9.
I'm so.
That's more than one a week, bro.
I'm so.
Of course,
fucked.
it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to marry all of the ones that are currently your potential wives from the deer tribe, but
That is true.
consider taking into account the fact you absolutely failed their charm attempts.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, I assume the meeting is adjourned.
The meeting is then lifted adjourned, and they say that you can return to the tents to think, and they will call for a meeting again tomorrow.
Question pass.
Yes.
Am I being allowed out or restrained after this conversation?
First takes a
You are allowed out.
Okay, so I will not
Because the spirits know because it's the entire responsibility of you submitting to some kind of punishment is on spirits, and spirits practically know that if he lets you run off without any form of punishment, that would require literally lead up to war.
Mm-hmm.
Do this to me, and we're gonna have more than just one problem to deal with.
No, I'm just asking whether or not I'm to be
Free
imprisoned
to
for
go.
the rest of this. Yeah. Like, am I actually gonna be imprisoned, or am I gonna be allowed to roam around the camp at
You're
least?
stuck with me, buddy.
You're on parole.
Yeah.
No. He's more likely on the watch, so to speak.
I'm probably gonna be looked at with probably all of the
Disdain.
warriors of the tent is probably gonna look at me with contempt.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, surely. There might even happen something when you're outside.
Yeah, someone might take matters into their own hands even.
Not necessarily, but we'll see, won't we?
But maybe.
Oh, lovely that you spoil that for me now.
Don't worry, Eager. You're stuck with me.
Yeah,
You
don't
have the right to move your characters out of the tent.
I was gonna say, don't accept food from any random people here.
I assume
see-
that Asati is still literally dragging me along.
They said you were free to go.
Doesn't
you
mean I'm
see
free to
them
go from Asati.
Oh, you are free to go because she has to talk with them privately.
Right.
You just see the pillow fort. You see it explode as Sylvie just stands up.
I
with her
imagine
wings out.
Godzilla sound effects.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then she
Eat
and then she-
Godzilla!
and she walks out, still clutching that diamond.
Igor gives Asati a kiss.
She grabs hold of you and kisses you back. And rubs your bald head.
Just had to rub it in real quick.
Really did.
Okay. He doesn't care that he's bald. It's just
She does it in a very affectionate way.
yeah. It's meant to be endearing.
I know, but the way he said it makes it sound a lot like he was.
She rubs his head and says,
specifically pointing it out.
she rubs his head and says,
bald
"Bye,
head,
Baldy."
That's how it was said.
Bye, Baldy.
Okay.
Anyway,
You're getting destroyed.
So
kiddo.
affectionate.
True. Oh, shit. Eager and Spirit's gonna go for a walk. Back to the fucking... the tent.
why is he diagonal?
Don't
Because
ask.
because he's looking down as he's walking.
Oh, okay.
He's literally doing the walk of shame.
We could do Deacon.
Well, maybe put him the other way because it looks like he's like got his head
Well,
to the
otherwise,
sky. And his
what
back-
is he moonwalking?
Yes.
I mean,
He's
All
got-
of you
he's-
are all of you are moonwalking.
We're all pointed to the left, so we're all just moonwalking our way
I'll
out.
have
of
you
it.
know, I am a skilled Michael
Oh,
Jackson
we don't
impression.
get on the floor. Everybody walk the dinosaur.
Bro, everyone's gonna think we're so cool.
Debatable.
Not like super dorks.
Oh, fuck.
I was just saying, like he looked like he had his head like to the sky, like with his back arched backwards.
Fucking Dio pose.
Deal.
Oh, you're approaching me.
Why is Deacon in the water?
Because he's swimming.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
He's
literally
vibing-
breathes water, so he doesn't need to come up for
He's,
air.
he's vibing on the
Okay.
bottom of the little.
Actually, I'm curious
I
what
just-
Deacon's
I'm
been
just
up to.
moving the map and I saw him in the water. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yes.
Why pass? Why?
Don't worry about
Why?
it. Just accept it.
Why?
Just accept it. Don't ask questions. I'm sure it's a Deacon situation. We'll deal with that when we get to that.
No, it's not.
Uh-oh.
Igor, as you walk,
Are you trying to?
When you hit this area, Igor, suddenly you get hit by something.
What, like a rock or?
Is it?
Not
Is it?
necessarily.
Is it
not
something
ne-
hard? At least, is it something hard?
No.
Rotten food.
It's smelly, all right.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
It's what?
Oh, no.
Oh, I've been pooed.
Oh.
Are they throwing shit at him?
They're a
Well,
bunch of monkeys.
well, Mr. DM,
Did a bird shit on him? and slap-
Question:
slap-
Where
slap-
where do I get hit?
On the chest, like it splooges out, covering your entire chest area on your armor. And as soon as it at first it looks like a ball of clay, but as it smushes out, the stench is there.
Alright.
So
So
I
we're just
immediately
gonna-
prestidigitate it away.
And you hear a small child voice calling out to you, "You bastard! You killed my father!"
I'm staring at you. That's all I'm doing.
How does Eager take that?
The Jesus Christ, Sylvie.
Sophie, you got shiny. You should be happy with shiny. Don't cause any more problems, okay?
Eager just he is not in a position to make a retort, so he just continues to hang his head low and keeps moving. No, you could just
Spirits
walk through.
walks
You
through
don't
the
need
fire.
to walk around. You don't need to
Yeah.
walk around.
I'll walk around, fuck you.
As you guys make it way back to your encampment, we have a situation with Deacon and Riot.
Just get
Mhm.
ourselves to the tent real quick.
Yeah.
Run!
Quickly. Quickly, the show's about ready to
Scatter.
start. Quickly, get some popcorn.
Deacon, what are you doing as you jump out into water with a big sploosh?
He
As
jumps off the
Dennis-
pier.
Are you walking on the bottom?
Yeah.
Oh right, I forgot you're amphibious, aren't you?
Yeah, because of. Let me pull it up.
Water breathing.
Because of this.
Oh right, you're the coastal.
Warlock invocation. Wait, yeah, that's a warlock invocation.
Yeah, it's the one that I just got from the level up. Plus, I'm also from the coast. I thought it fit.
Yeah, that's right. You're coastal giantkin. So you can have some longevity underneath water, or can live underwater, because why be on the surface? It's dry. Ew. And the sun is just so harsh against my fine little dainty skin.
Bruh.
Meanwhile, he just walks around on the bottom, at the bottom of the water like some kind of hippo.
Roll me a perception check, if you would.
Okay. Need to readjust my speed because it's too darn small. Right. Perception.
This is
14.
all happening while they're in the tent and
Yes.
that, yeah? Right.
Yeah, this is happening while he's walking around the bottom of this small inlet, and maybe even out into the river, proper river, so to speak.
Down
As you
in the
walk along
water.
the bottom, you find a lot of potentially precious things, something that like catch your eye a little bit.
Hmm. Does it look like it's been collected, or is it just scattered through about?
Scattered about.
You mean to say that they're shinies?
Maybe. Roll me with your smithing tool, if you can discern it down here. And well, it's kind of dark and murky down here, so you would need to
Oh, it's dark. Hold on.
a little bit.
Casually casts light. There you go.
Yep.
Right, you suddenly see like a ball, or like a light, like flashes out from the in the water, just like. The water is still kind of murky, so it's not easy to see what's going on down there, but you can just see light, like flash,
Just a
like
glow.
glow from the deep.
I'm looking at the scroll, so I'll look up and see that, and then just look back at the scroll.
And be just like, eh.
It's like an anglerfish light in the water.
This high up.
All right, you said smithing tools.
Yes. You have advantage,
One. Oh,
but you don't need it, I see.
I'll roll again.
Crit
just to
fish,
make
crit
sure.
Let
fish,
him, let him
crit
crit
fish.
fish. Even better.
Wait.
It's higher.
That's higher. You find several crystal of copper, like chunks of rock with copper crystals inside.
Mhm.
And I guess you also walk out into the river proper.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
By the way,
Uh,
Pass, is the ground here muddy or rocky?
It's a little bit of a mixture of mud and rock, basically, underneath the water.
Mm-hmm.
As you like walk out into the river itself, it gets a lot more rockier and less muddy, because it has a lot more small stone fragments from the mountain itself that has washed down over time.
And also, there's a current.
Yes. You also find several gemstones down here in the deep. But you also
is the door?
find bigger chunks of copper. And something you haven't seen, something you can't remember you've seen before. Or at least not. It's a very dull crystal, like a crystal.
I pick it up.
You pick it up. As you pick it up, I'm gonna roll something.
Oh.
You
Oh
die.
boy.
Oh, above table. Oh, I keep getting crystals.
Because you look where they usually would be founded. Duh.
It's funny.
Yeah, but
We've got another hippie now. We've got one tree hugger, and we've got a crystal man.
What the fuck, man?
Lovely.
A D&D character after my own heart.
Which one, the tree hugger or the crystal
No,
collector?
no, the geologist.
Oh right.
As you like stand with it in your hand, you suddenly get a flashback.
Ooh.
With you standing with different types of crystal, putting them into a big crucible. Before putting it over a fire.
Mm.
And it's like the flash, as you like, it gets hit with it, you get a small migraine.
So, translation, he learns a new recipe?
Part of one.
Does he know what it is?
What he's holding.
Yeah.
It would be a lead zinc mixture of a crystal.
Hmm.
Oh, we haven't discovered zinc yet. What kind of spelling does it have in this world?
It's not a crystal that's very well known because this exact mixture of crystals is something you usually only get deep from in a mountain, so to speak. So it's a pretty much unknown crystal, but for Deacon, he remembers the composition of it, what it contains. For just a brief moment. Like, it's as if it's something he has worked with before, but it's like... It's so long ago.
It eludes him at the moment.
He know that he used this and a couple of other crystals to put into a crucible and melt it for something. He just can't remember what it was.
Right. So it's like part of a
Yes.
recipe.
Alright.
You also find...
Uka wants it.
You also find a few smaller chunks of tin and more hematite down at the bottom of the water, together with a couple of precious gemstones, and just pretty looking stones, really, down on the bottom.
Deacon the treasure hunter.
He's the scooper hunter.
A panner, one might say.
Alright, time to start collecting. 1 hour later.
After a while, you of course, as you collect what you can carry in your hands, because you're lit of that. I should probably not open my bag down here, because then I'm gonna let water into the things that cannot handle being subject to water.
I mean, it's just like a cloth bag, isn't it? Wouldn't it just go through?
No, he has a bag that can survive. That is so enclosing that it actually does not get wet on the inside if he walks
Waterproof
into water.
bag.
A waterproof
Oh,
bag.
okay.
And so my water sea adventure begins.
And so he wanders off into the distance.
Is that what you're going to be busy with for the next hour or two?
It would probably be for like for like an hour, and then I was gonna try for the next hour to see about pack ritualing the hammer. But you said that I would have to see what happens for that. That I don't technically know. I was gonna switch
right.
because I was gonna try to switch my spear for the hammer.
Hammer time.
Is that spear actually a physical item you carry around, or is it a summon? Because I know that
it's both.
I know that the Pact of the Blade warlocks can in fact summon a physical
it
manifestation.
was originally a spear he had made. He then
Pacted to.
packed it to, which means that he can quite literally throw it, and then as a bonus action, call return on it if that's the
it's an
case.
Yeah, but
action to return.
technically he can do that with any weapon. But if you don't pact it to a physical weapon, you can conjure one as well, I believe.
You can always conjure one, no matter what.
In my setting, I'm allowing it to have the returning feat, so he can does it as a bonus action.
Right.
Or else you're kind of fucked in combat.
Plus, it also works as my focus.
Mm-hmm. But before we do that thing, you're spending an hour deep underneath the water. Riot, as you see first him like cannonball in, and you don't see any bubbles coming up, and then suddenly you see a flash of light downstairs, and then you just see it like starts dancing around underneath the water surface into like you kind of can see it out in the river, but then it like disappears around the bend.
Yeah, I don't care. I've been
What are
I've
you-
been looking I've been looking at the scroll.
We've seen weirder things.
I look up, see that, and then I look back at the scroll.
Are you going to try and decipher it, or
Well, I open it and see that there's all this gibberish on it.
yeah, you see all kinds of weird figures that you do not know what is.
I'll kind of run my hand over it.
As you look at it, you start to have like this small whispering in the back of your head.
So there's drawings on it and like writing.
Yes, it is a writing. Like there is a little bit of
Like symbols and
Iconography?
stuff.
What?
Iconography?
Iconography.
Yeah, there is a little bit of iconography at like the edges of the scroll, at the top and bottom, because it's like you're sitting with it and like slowly scrolling through it, in one
Okay.
direction.
Alright. Well, as soon as I hear the voice, I'll take my hand off it and just kind of look weirded out at it. And then slowly put my hand back on it.
Give me a second here. I'm getting a phone call. I need to check what this is about. I'll be right back.
I
So now to discuss our plans to derail the campaign.
So, see, the best way to do that is I explode. Hear me
Correct.
out.
Well, you know
Well,
how we get that
go-
to happen.
go into their tent and then explode.
Yeah, exactly. I can just
Yeah.
manually do it. I just gotta think that I want to explode.
Yeah.
Go
I
to
think
the
you would
outsider
probably
threatening
take.
us.
I think you might actually take the entire tribe, if not part of the entire mountain range, with you.
Well,
That's beside the point, okay?
see, okay, so here's the good news and the bad.
And what my point is it doesn't matter if you're in that tent or not.
Just go to the snake trap and do it there.
Yeah, that's true. Summon a bird to pick you up, carry you, and drop you like a nuke over the snake tribe.
Hello,
Yeah.
he's a druid. He can literally turn into one.
Can't yet.
Wait,
Need to be
can't
level
yet.
8. Need to be level 8.
Oh right.
Working on it.
So yeah,
Work in
problem
progress.
solved.
So here's the
Right.
thing. The best way that we can derail the campaign is very simple. I think I want to explode, and then when I explode, I die, which then plants the seed of possible doom, because after that, everything in this world will burn.
Yeah.
Bam! I've just derailed not only our campaign, but his first and second
Well,
campaign.
I tell you
derailed the
what.
world.
Yeah, that's you do that with us right together, so we all die,
Yeah.
and then when he gets a new group, then they're all fucked.
Exactly. It's
Yeah,
perfect.
we're consequence free.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we'll all
I
be
will
dead.
I would like to mention that I just noticed that we got raided.
Yeah,
Oh,
uh,
nice.
What?
Yeah, friendly apparently decided to drop by with a small raid, and I said thank you for the raid and all
Ooh.
that. Also, we are taking like a short break here, if that's okay with you guys, because we have been at it for almost 2 hours, and I think a small break here would be fine with
that's
you
fine.
because we have
That's fine.
phone call and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm having some
Smoko.
I'm just enjoying some snacks, man.
Mm-hmm. Dear viewers, we'll be taking a small break here. We'll be right back.
Dance,
Is what
dance, revolution.
I'm looking at one of the Elder Scrolls at the moment.
Oh my god.
What'd you say, Ruth? I wasn't paying attention.
I said I'm looking at one of the Elder Scrolls at the moment.
Oh, I hate you.
Right.
Your
Well, it depends on
existence
which.
caused me physical pain.
Well,
Well, it depends
Past
on.
said that I used this, and then it goes dormant for like 100 years. But the good thing is that I
you
live
literally
for so long, I can just reuse it again in
you
100
can
years.
literally it is literally that tome that gives you +2 on a mental stat.
Yeah, it gives me +2 to wisdom, and then in another 100 years I'll just reuse it, and then I'll be like the smartest person alive because I don't die, apparently.
Yeah, you should. The thing that is absolutely OP about those things, if you're a long-lived race, those
Yeah.
things those things boost your stats. There's no limit to how much those stats can be boosted. So you can
Yeah, and-
literally become smarter, wiser, or more charismatic than a god.
Well, the
Yeah.
thing is,
Well-
D&D has a cap at 30.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm the son of gods, so I may live infinitely, so I'll just reuse this.
Also, apparently Avis does too. I thought she was just long-lived instead of immortal.
Well,
didn't
Oh,
the
okay.
Watcher say that?
Are you immortal?
Well, that's what the Watcher said.
I don't remember.
I don't remember him saying that you're immortal. I just happened.
Well-
It just said that you're not human anymore.
Something about me being eternal or whatever.
I think we have to ask Pass.
It was specifically made clear that I was no longer mortal
Right.
You're not
because he
immortal,
got
or if you're not mortal, you're immortal.
he got like angry at you for trying to call for calling Avis a human/mortal. And he went on about it.
What you call you, like a breathing stock or something like that?
So I don't know if I'm.
Yeah, it was already being insulting enough.
I don't know if I'm just long-lived or actually immortal.
You're probably either A, you're actually well, you might actually be immortal, because if they're saying that you're not mortal, then it only kind of really leaves like one option.
Mm-hmm.
Unless there's another word that I do not know that's the opposite of immortal. That isn't mortal. That might be an
synonym,
option.
Oh.
not a. That's a synonym, not like opposite.
I don't fucking know.
I'm not going to pretend to know what it means.
Well, undying, I guess, is different because undying would indicate that you cannot die, while immortal just means that you cannot die of old age.
You can still die.
Well, that's the thing. I'm undying. Like, yes, I will not die of old age, but I can still die.
Hey, you want to find out what the afterlife looks like?
Like, there's a difference between there's a difference between immortal and invincible. But I think undying would be. I think the difference between being an undying and being an immortal is the fact that my flesh will still
Let's
fade.
see.
Like, only
Undying,
my spirit will remain in the body, even if the body decays.
the definition of undying is something that lasts forever.
Yeah, but specifically, I have an undying spirit.
Yeah, immortal is just like age.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's like look at Highlander. They could still die, but they couldn't die of age. Although it was just specifically getting the head chopped off, so
I love that movie slash series.
Never
Also,
heard of it.
What, Highlander?
Highlander? No, I've never heard of it.
Bro.
you're dead to me.
Bruh. I don't watch much like shows and shit.
You need to watch Highlander.
Without missing a beat, you're dead to me.
God damn.
It also has like 20 plus romantic novels.
Okay. Good to know. I'm just installing all of them right now.
Dog,
but
you
can I be real with you guys right now?
Sure.
What
Are you
possible
normally fake
way?
with us?
What possible way does Eager have to find a different solution of providing compensation to these people? Like,
Well, you already got the option of providing them with resources.
which would be practically impossible for him unless he becomes the chieftain.
Well, let's see here. You could. You could try to perhaps like pledge some kind of eternal allegiance or something. Like you would become one of their. I don't know. Like, I'm trying to like make it into. I don't know how to explain this.
In honesty, I had an idea, but then you said if you die, it's game over.
Yeah, literally, if I die, nothing but a wish spell can bring me back.
Because I had an idea.
If
And
the blood celt could be solved by that, I would have already said that I was willing to do that. But
Yeah.
it can't, because you can't bring me back.
Yeah, because I was fully willing to loophole it and fucking kill you outright and then just bring you back. Like, there, he died. Now he's back.
Yeah, but that's not going to work in my case.
I mean, I'm not in exactly the greatest boat either here.
What do you mean?
Well, if I die, I'm in a similar situation. It's just I'd, cause more issues.
Yeah, but the only one you're currently in a blood keld with is the
Possible
Boar
Boar tribe.
Guardian.
Possible
Specifically
Boar
the Boar Guardian.
Well, yeah, the Boar Guardian, but it's still a possibility that the Boar Guardian is very, very worshipped by the Boar tribe,
Yeah,
which could end
and it's
really
indeed a
poorly.
question whether, but it's up for debate whether or not they know about that.
How often do they speak to the Boar Guardian?
We have no idea.
We have no idea.
Exactly. So you take everything with a grain of salt.
Well, that and also I've changed like what 3 times.
It's also
Yes.
it is indeed also a question whether or not the thing will even recognize you anymore.
Yeah. No, it is a guardian, so it might have some weird shit.
It might have some kind of true sides.
Yeah, some weird shit that like sees like. I don't
It
know,
might be able to like
language.
recognize your spirit essence or whatever.
Yeah.
Even though it's.
I
kind
mean,
of
it would probably
merged.
recognize us, and we can just go, "Oh yeah, he died.
Yeah.
This is the new guy."
No. No.
Yeah, this is the new guy, who's also a chieftain, by the way.
And just so happens to also be called Spirus.
Just so happens
Oh,
to be.
He didn't know the names. Just what we look like.
This is actually the brother of that guy, and the father was not very creative with the names.
So they were just named the same thing.
He was drunk.
Spirus 1 and Spirus 2.
Yeah.
Irish Spirits 1, give me another beer. Spirits 2.
He was
I
he
don't
was
want
going
to
to call them
see you.
he was going to call them spirits because that's what he was drinking, but he slurred his words and said spirits.
And my family just now has a permanent stain of alcoholism throughout the rest of the bloodline.
Well, I mean, the apple didn't fall far from the tree, did it?
Alcoholics Anonymous, leave me alone.
Oh my god! Now I'm thinking that now I'm thinking of Jimny and their parents drunkenly referring to it while they were on gin.
Yep. So you married into alcoholics as well. Oh well, your kids are going to be great.
Yeah, they'll be just fine.
Those kids are write-offs. We'll work on the other kids.
For me, I'm wondering how strong your connection is with the fire plane, because I wonder how banishment would work on you.
I'm also kind of concerned on what would happen if I tried to.
Well, we could test it.
Do we really want to test a possible ticking goddamn time bomb? If your answer was no, shut the fuck up.
I think you missed what I responded to that.
I didn't hear what you said.
That was my response to the banishment idea.
I mean,
like if I were to see that you were about to explode, I could just in a moment of,
what if it's like a
yes, I would
gruesome-
ask you, do you want me to protect the world
What
from
if
the
it's like-
explosion?
What if it's like a gruesome, like I get split in half sort of thing? Like the moment you banish me, one half of me leaves existence, the other half remains, and it's just I'm dead.
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
banish the human side, and the bomb stays.
That's not how that works, but hey.
That's not how that works. If
I mean,
anything,
you
it would
don't
be
know.
the opposite.
You don't know.
At the same time, I think, like, considering what your death would be described as, I'm getting the feeling that it might be the way that the explosion would work would be in a sort of nuclear sense, where your current personal existence collides with the fire spirit's existence within your body,
Mhm.
and causes a fission reaction.
So what you're saying is kind of like an atom just split.
Yep, that's the kind of image that I have in my mind.
That's kind of what I'm imagining too. At the same time, if it is like that level of explosion, they did say that I would plant a seed after I died, so that also further makes me believe that there's only really one option in my head immediately, and that's like literally a seed to the fire plane, which would literally cause worldwide devastation.
What, you think that it would open a portal?
More like it would start turning the overworld into the fire plane.
Unleash the nuke within you.
But granted, that's an assumption and a theory by itself.
Yeah, I think if it were able to manipulate the terrain around itself at maximum, it would create a local volcano.
Either that or it would start spreading, like seeing that it said it was a seed. Starts small and then slowly starts to grow.
Yeah, but it could also be that it just grows up into a volcano and that's it.
It's a possibility.
It's
I don't
Okay,
think
I
I
am
don't think
back.
I don't think a seed of the fire
Welcome
plane
back.
would stop at being a volcano. Just gonna say it.
I don't know. We can speculate, but we'll never know unless it happens.
So we have to.
Yeah, so we
okay,
should
so
test it
Spears has
out.
got to die. All right, I got it.
We should test it out.
LOL.
As you know, I wouldn't do that to you. Not yet, at least.
Not yet.
Nothing ventured, never gained.
Exactly.
We gotta fuck around to find out.
The more you
Hell
find
I
yeah.
out,
think my best
gonna
I think my
find out.
best option. I think so far my best option of finding a way to create recompense to the tribe would be that I'd be protecting them from incursions for a while. That's literally the best I got. Like otherwise, I cannot provide enough compensation on my own
Well,
for the families that have suffered
the
losses.
thing also is, will they trust you to do that? Because last time you fought something, it went horrible.
that is
I know
true.
this is why I'm so concerned, because I literally have none of these options truly work.
I mean, there is technically I can force one option to work, but that means that technically you get off scot-free.
Okay, so we good
What do you
to
mean?
go back to the game?
Sure. If people are ready.
Yeah. Time
Yeah.
for you to
Yeah,
discuss
you're
this
the
in
only one that
character
left.
instead of out of character.
Yes.
Let me take another shot. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Alright, so
Alcohol it
yeah,
up.
So-
honey whiskey.
I took my hand off the scroll when I started hearing voices, and then I'll slowly put my hand back on it.
As you travel your hand over the scripture, you start hearing this like faint whisper into the back of your mind, explaining that this scroll contains the knowledge in how to improve what already exists.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll continue with that, and that's when I see the light and I look up, and then I'm like, I don't give a fuck, and I'm looking back at the scroll. So that's what I'll do while they're gone.
As you delve in, you can. It's like that as you like guide your hand over it, and you hear these words being spoken to you. It's like you get understanding of the language that's in it, at least written language.
Mhm.
He literally has TTS turned on.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can also like as you like go over the words and you see the letters, like the letter starts to make sense to you. That as you like go through it more and more, you start to get a more better understanding for it. But that's still gonna take a while for you to decode it, so to speak.
Right.
Because some of it still like comes out like half gibberish, like
I'll have to go over it a few times.
yes.
Right.
Well, if it's anything like the item in normal D&D, it takes like 24 hours in the span of 6 days.
No, it takes a week of continuous study.
Huh.
It's not just 24 hours spread out over a week. Because you have to remember, a week is 10 days in D&D.
Yeah. I was already about to ask, like, your type of week or IRL type of week. But no, so he has to continuously study for 10 days.
Well, it's like basically all the downtime I get while we're here,
If
I'll
you
be doing
spend
that anyway.
48 hours over a period of 6 days or fewer studying the book's contents and practicing its guidelines. So
Yeah, but this is
48
not
hours
this is
within 6 days.
but this is not the same. This is not the same item. There's some homebrew stuff in here.
Right.
But yeah,
It is
that's what I'm doing.
still kind of the same. It's just a little bit tweaked, so to speak, because you guys don't have a written language. You don't have understanding on.
That's true. It would be quicker if we could read, but now that we can't, then it
Yeah.
takes a bit more time.
And it wouldn't be fair if you were unable to read it and you can't make it in time for the time limit.
Yeah. But that's fine. Like I said, like all the downtime I get while we're here, then I'll be doing that.
This week,
Wait, what was that?
Something about
Your
Beacon?
your robot.
You went robot dear. Well, you can take your time here as a downtime, so to speak.
is it possible to take it down?
You don't need to play the entire day. I basically was going to go over this when Spirits and Eager were going to have their small discussion about what they are going to be doing, so to speak. That's the next part of this, as I'm just trying to get an assurance of what people actually want to be doing.
So yeah, when you wander back to the 10, I'm just looking at this scroll. And then you can go from there.
Yeah. As you guys venture back towards the tent and are going to have your little discussion, you see Rive sitting with this giant ass scroll, slowly just sitting and staring into it as you see his finger trailing over what you can see of the texture inside.
Just reading it like Braille, basically.
Eager momentarily wonders if he suddenly is
looking-
missing the scrolls of prophecy, but then realizes it's different.
I would go over and offer him a bowl of food every day.
Wait, me? You know I don't eat.
Yes.
I just put my hand up and wave you away and go back.
Ever the asshole.
Also, like, fucking very interested in this scroll that is now talking to me. I think I'd do that anyway, even if I was
See,
a
it
nice
as
guy.
Portion.
What?
You know, she's eating for two. She get food.
I
She's
can't hear
giving you
what you're
a
saying.
ball. You're rejecting it, so
Yeah.
she can get more food.
Oh, okay.
She doesn't mind
right.
you rejecting the food.
Right, gotcha.
It's the fact that your voice gets cut up real bad that we can barely understand what you're saying. Oh, also, Eager pops the berry in his mouth.
So now you eat it.
He just idly chews on it whilst thinking of a way out of his predicament.
Well, you're going to have this small discussion now as you're sitting down.
Mm-hmm.
So go on.
What am I gonna do? I can't provide for that many people. I don't have the means to.
There's a way that I can help, but that technically means you get off scot-free.
What will that be?
Well,
I
technically,
can't, I can't expect you. I can't expect you to provide for them in my stead. That's not how that's not how a guild works.
it's not. But at the same time, you don't got much of an option either. On top of that, well, if we need to,
I would
we
have.
can try and negotiate something around the lines of instead of you having to provide for them, that you, well, you'll still technically have to provide for them, but we can have the materials sent from the tribe for free. That's why I said you might get off scot-free.
How? That's
The tribe does it. I don't want to ask everyone in the tribe to basically pay off your debt, but that's one way that we can go about it.
how am I ever going to be able to pay off such a debt, though? Like, how many people did they say died?
The word was
Accounting
4 score, which is a lot.
Like even if I only take account for maybe half of them having families, which is already a lowball estimate,
Mm-hmm.
the amount of providing that those people need, that's not just something I can't provide. If you were to try and provide that through the tribe, that would be a burden on the deer tribe.
It would. I
How
mean,
the hell am I supposed to pay that back then at home?
it's something that we can still figure out. It's either that, or we can ask for, I don't know, you would be basically beaten to the inch of your life. And see if that satisfies.
I have no qualms with them putting out their anger towards me. I have no problem with that. But can we be expecting them to hold back enough not to kill me?
Probably not. I'm being honest with you here. I'm trying to think myself of ways to help you out and maybe figure out something so that way you're not, sitting at death's door, but if we don't do this, well, war.
I know. That's why walking away is not an option either.
Hmm.
And I doubt these people would trust me to protect them. So I can't provide any recompense that way either. The only thing I can think of that would be left would be if I were to if you were to teach me how you manage your fields, establish fields of their own, so they can through that provide for themselves. I mean, I do have a limited control over the weather. I'd be able to provide the sustenance the plants would need to grow.
So, what you're saying is, in the exchange of instead of you paying, we pay through something we've done, as in discovered farming or crop growing.
Yes, it would. Yes, it would cross out our options for trading with them through food, but that's not all we have to offer, of course.
Well, there's a difference. We could, with our land, we have a lot of, well, it yields a lot
Well-
more crop than normal.
Fair.
They might get similar results, but I don't know if they'd get exactly what we had.
I know. I want to provide for these people if I'm able to, but
Do we hear Shantae?
There might be another way. That does not make you need to sacrifice your life.
We're listening.
Adoption or marriage?
you want me to take personal care of those that have no fathers left,
It would.
or husbands.
It would be a way to pay off your debt, so to speak.
How could I expect that to be a real option, though? These people. Surely they hate me.
The children might hate you now, but they will grow to maybe love you like I do. Hopefully. Because you have to remember, it is a world of where the strong rules. And for their fathers to be weak only shows so much.
Feel a disturbance in the forest. Well, Eager.
It is a possibility to take in the sons who are left without the children without fathers and the women without men. Unless, Spirits, you want to sacrifice men from your tribe to repopulate this one.
I told Eager that I gave Eager the option to make his choice. I said he has to put his fate in his own hands. So?
I'm not making the tribe take responsibility for my actions again. This is my problem to solve.
Then, Eager. Then it's only two choices you really have. Your life or marriage and adoption.
Then there is no more choice. I'll have to step up. Oh, Avis is gonna kill me for this.
She most definitely is.
Comes back and he's got over 100 wives.
Pass, when you say 4 score, like, how many is that actually?
Our score is usually around 12.
Okay.
So 4 dozen.
So 48.
Around, so it's around. He's the
It doesn't
heels-
necessarily. It doesn't necessarily mean that all of those were married or had children.
No.
You're gonna show up with like 20 extra wives. Avis is just gonna look at you with the eye twitch, and it's just gonna be
It's gonna
disappointed.
start beaming down all of them.
Perhaps.
White beam and just murders everyone.
Oh my god. Look, I can. The way I see it as of right now, I could take responsibility for the orphans, and provide compensation to the women. Except, like, I know that sounds like sort of a half measure, but I really do not have the capacity to stay alive with that arrangement.
Correct.
What do you mean? You could survive.
I mean,
I mean,
well, no, because Avis will kill him.
Nah, he'll be fine.
No, I won't.
Yeah, you will.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
Roll a dice and find out.
Need I remind you that it was I was already this close to getting burned alive by you for your daughter being interested in me. You can imagine how much Avis is gonna do to me.
Yeah. Now, fun fact. You're also under my watch, meaning I can't let you die. No matter what. You're stuck with me, buddy.
Asati, do you think they would allow me to take a half measure of either? Provide fully for the orphans while compensating the women or families? I don't think I can handle.
Well, I asked around while you guys are while you were sitting here, uh, bellowing in whatever you were bellowing in.
Disgusting.
And the consensus is
Well, there's talk of 8 children without fathers.
Mm-hmm.
And 6 women without husbands right now. Because of your little uncontrollable mishap. You can see that she is trying really hard to be civil right now.
I know. She's just as angry with me for that as the others.
And no, I don't believe you can do a half measure here, Ego. Because do you know how much that would cost? Like, are you going to adopt the children and leave their mothers? Be without a husband? So you would take the children away from their mothers? Or do you take the entire package?
you mean to say that some of these children are also the sons of these women? I thought it was a case of them separately.
No.
I think she
I
meant
see.
the others didn't have kids.
The others weren't married yet or had kids yet. They were still young braves. Hadn't earned the right to a wife yet.
Wait, now I'm confused. How can there be 6? How can there be 6 women and 8 children? Then
twins.
Like, some had families and some were just bonded without kids.
They can
Right.
have one.
I don't know what the dichotomies of family size are here. So
Well, it's not uncommon to have multiple children.
Yes.
looks at Avis
Oh,
being pregnant with
Uka's
twins.
planning 10.
What Uka was basically saying, because it didn't get picked up properly, was that she wants to have around 10.
Oh God,
Holy shit.
my God.
And she had at least wants, a small handful on her own. Because you also have to go with the idea that child mortality is actually still a really high thing.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So
Avis
how
would be
many?
happy
So
with
how
whatever
many
she
of
gives
these does Asati know? How many of these kids are? How many of these kids are orphans?
Well, they all lost their father, so to speak.
But are
It's their
any of them?
mothers
Are,
who
are
are...
any of them? Are any of them motherless?
No.
Okay.
So it's either
I just don't know what the amount of dedication it will be for, me bonding with 6 women and taking care of
8 kids.
8 kids and the 6 women.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't even know if these women are gonna want more kids after this. I literally have no idea.
Well, buddy, I guess you'll just
But
have
I literally don't have a choice here.
you have to buck up.
You have to face the consequences of your actions.
Well,
And the consequences of your actions.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like this more than you do, Eager, but I need to bend to the laws myself.
I know.
You
And I
guilt
owe
the
these-
men, you take care of the women and their children.
I just don't know what what they are expecting of me as their new caretaker. Are they expecting me to father more children? Are they expecting me to become a constant presence in their lives? Like, I don't know what these families want from me.
Well, from what I heard, though they are a little bit hateful towards you right now, they do see some merit in it, given your high-standing position, so to speak.
uh-huh.
And though the children might hate you for a long time, they might come around, you see. But it's your duty as the slayer of their men and fathers to take them under your wing.
That's what I will have to do.
I know how Avis is gonna feel about this.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking the same way you're thinking about it.
I just hope I just hope the gifts I have for her will make up for it.
I'm sure it will.
Oh, speaking
Also,
of the gifts, I suppose I should give this to you.
And he presents her with the spear.
what spear is it that you present her with?
The warlord spear that I got from the Watcher. That's the one that he gifted me to give to Asati.
Oh,
Oh,
you see her take it? Well, with this,
I have been told
Give a
that.
second phone call.
Okay.
Oh,
Understandable.
someone is really interested in keeping Pass busy today.
Someone's popular.
I'm gonna take this advantage the moment you seen that you brought up something about a gift and then holding out a spear. I'm like, right, shit, Ria's dagger. I need to give it to him.
Yeah, just go run out.
Oh shit, I gotta give that to him. Hold on.
He tries to give you the talk to the hand thing again, but Riot feels a dagger into that hand and feels a presence in the dagger.
Take the dagger.
Give him the bork knife.
Stab him with it if he doesn't.
The
take it.
Bork knife.
I stab you with the bork knife. You're welcome.
It's like, I'm not paying attention, so you just stab me through the hand. I'm like,
Like,
oh,
you're not paying attention, and I just kind of slip and stab you in the hand.
and then he looks at the dagger in his hand like Jason Voorhees looks at his mutilated body casually.
I am so sorry, but that knife has Fang's spirit in it.
Hold on. Handle this in game,
Yeah.
please. Wait until he's
yeah.
back.
Meh. It'll happen.
Well, I
in-game.
mean, we can
Meh.
we can do it. We can do it anyway because we don't need him here for this.
Yeah. Well, I mean that.
Well,
same
yeah,
time, like,
no, I think we do because his spirit, Fang's spirit is there, and it's quite
Oh, okay,
possible
yeah,
that
that's
some
true.
interaction will happen when you get that dagger.
True.
Aye.
So no, we need him there for that.
So back to outer game shenanigans.
The usual shenanigans, yeah.
The more discussion over the explosion.
Yes.
Like how
Our
much do
ultimate
you think?
plan.
Like, do we need to pull out the consequence analysis website, or
I mean, I feel like we know what the consequences are gonna be.
I think you should pull out the consequence analysis website for what you're about to do.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Igor, you'll be fine. You got spirits behind you.
You're gonna bring out the fucking eternal night of
Don't worry, Igor, I'm a
At this point.
nightlight. You're fine.
It's like, hey, you
I
got
mean-
a bunch more
I mean,
sister wives
to
now.
be fair,
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
to be fair, if Avis goes on a killing spree against these women, that's not my responsibility anymore.
It is because if you're not stopping her from murdering them, that's
Yeah, you're
still
meant to
illegal.
protect them.
Then you're
Yes.
breaking a vow against them, and that is grounds of banishment for both of you.
Oh, just banishment? Oh, sweet.
Oh, just
Jesus
banishment.
Christ!
I hate both of you.
Or death, depending on what will be the judgment by whomever's legal authority you're under at the time where the murder is taking place.
Oh dear God.
Okay.
Don't worry,
Okay,
it's not me,
well-
it's the voice in my head.
This isn't happening, so let's
Right.
not worry
Anyway,
about it. Just go back to the game.
anyway,
Looks at the voice in my head.
You handed the spear.
yes.
And she looks at it, mystified even. You see her throwing her old spear over to an attendant.
Now I
hers.
have been told that the spear is on borrowed time, meaning that once you die, he will come to collect the item back. But until that time, it is yours.
Maybe you should explain who.
I don't need to explain. She doesn't ask.
Whom?
There it
And
is.
there's yes.
Yeah, that's kind of a difficult story.
Looks at the rest of the party.
You know, I'm not in this
Also,
conversation.
where did you get this? This is even better what I've seen both Uka and Deacon has been working on.
You know what, Eager? I think you can explain it to her. I'm gonna go hand Rhea something that I forgot to give to him.
Oh, right. Just leave me alone here, will you? All right.
You're not alone. You're under my watchful gaze.
And Uka's there as well.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, okay, so let me try and put this
Hey,
as
I'm there too.
That's
let me
right.
try and put this as clearly as I remember it. We went to sleep last night, and all of a sudden a number of us awoke in what seemed to be like a mass grave in some unfamiliar place. We cut ourselves free. We fought off some risen, not skeletons, but with flesh still on the bone. And then we encountered sort of a field full of corpses with gear that was unimaginably advanced. We started to go through some of it when a gargantuan entity rose up from a black pool in the middle of it and started attacking us, calling us thieves. We gave back the items and offered tribute to settle the dispute and made some trades. And as far as the entity told us, it is known as the Watcher. Cool.
The who?
Yeah, I don't understand it either, but it's the Watcher. It's an entity that seems to have an incredible amount of sight throughout the world. They call themselves an outsider.
Huh? She looks at you like dumbfounded.
I
Like
don't
she
know how
doesn't understand
to.
what you're speaking about.
I honestly don't know how else to explain it either. It was rather complicated and confusing. Part of me thinks that it's still not all of it was even real, considering I saw people there that shouldn't have been still physically there. Like some people were there that we saw being buried. Some people were there that my mother was there, who was supposed to be completely disintegrated, turned to dust. She shouldn't have had a physical body left, so I don't even know if what I saw there was even real.
Are
But
you okay there?
but I still have the objects that I received from the Watcher.
Ashate basically walks over and like puts your head to her chest while she like caress your head.
Quick question: does she actually? Do I get the idea that she thinks I've gone insane?
It seems that way. She's like, shh, stop talking.
It's okay. It's okay. It was just a nightmare.
Well, it wouldn't explain how you got those items.
Yeah.
That's
So
true.
part of it must have been real.
Are you sure it might not have been avenging spirits? From what you tell, haunting you in your dreams.
Might have been. It wasn't just spirits haunting me. Several of the people there were those from the past of my allies. Like Uka's father was there. Riot's mother. Some of Sylphie's kin was there. Several people that we lost during the events of report Tusk's accident
And the raid.
and the raid, yeah.
Hmm.
It's almost like wherever we were was reading our past sins and reacting to it.
Usually that's... No. No, I don't think she would do that to you. Or would she?
I did feel sort of something familiar about the place that I really wish I never saw before, but it seemed like it almost seemed like we were stuck in a nightmare realm.
Nightmare realm?
Oh boy, now I need to explain further about that.
I know what a nightmare is, but a realm of them. Are you sure you have not hit your noggin a little bit too hard, dear?
I suppose that I've never told you this story before, but we've had an encounter with a horrifying creature before where I'd cast some sort of spell to separate me from the current dimension, and where I ended up was I'd seen the dream realm up to that point a couple times before, but this it was dull, soulless, nothing but gray snow and ash,
Hmm.
and what I saw there, it horrified me. It's the entire reason I tried to destroy my connection to Barun. But as you can see on my hand, it didn't work.
Yes. But, Um... we can talk at this at another time. Right now, we need to figure out how to solve this, and if it means that you need to take those 6 women in with their children, so be it.
First, I need to speak with them personally before I make my final decision. They have a right to hear from me.
I'm more of the concern that they'll do what they're told. They don't have any other rights, really, without no husband.
I still owe them an explanation. Even if that hurts them more than it helps them. They deserve to know what happened.
Uh-huh. I will see to it then.
Thank you, Asadi.
I will gather the women and I can try and introduce them to you.
I don't deserve you.
Kisses her again.
She kisses him back hungrily before bapping him.
Yeah, and he's just gonna sit by the fire. If you two want to go do your little bit now, go ahead.
Take no longer.
She walks off, and we shift the scene to you, Spiritus.
Gonna assume I've seen just Rhea sitting there reading a scroll.
Or just running his finger over it, like I said, like braille.
Oh, okay. Well, I almost forgot to give this to you. I'm holding out a knife.
I'm putting my hand up, like
Yep.
go away, waving you away.
Do you want
Go
Fang
back.
back or not?
As soon as you say that, I roll the scroll up. What?
Fang is in this knife.
She said someone had them.
Well, I had one. I don't know where the other one is.
What do you mean he's in the knife?
Well, I conversed with Fang, his spirit, and offered to put him into the knife so we could take him to where you were, because we didn't know where you were.
Correction, you offered to put him in the spoon, but he didn't want to.
He didn't want to go into my spoon.
Are you holding it out?
I'm holding my knife. I'm holding the knife.
I'll just snatch it.
Slash his finger. God damn
Yoink!
it!
Yoink!
As you slash him and blood is spilled, you see that it's.
I'm not. No,
burned.
I'm
No,
not
no,
slashing.
he didn't say slash. He said snatch.
I said snatch.
Yeah,
He
but
snatched
because
it,
you
but I was
snatch
being
it,
a smartass. But yeah.
but you do cut him accidentally.
Oh,
and
okay.
You see a few droplets of superheated, almost lava hitting the ground, sizzling.
Hey, note to self.
Is
don't
that for
bleed-
real happening?
Don't bleed on anything.
Are you just saying that, or is that actually happening?
That is happening.
Oh, okay.
I am bleeding molten lava.
Quick, set a fire on yourself.
Well, that's
Uh,
good to know.
You
Sorry.
take one damage from it.
Oh no. 1 damage.
You insta die.
Where the hell is Deacon? I need my healing. I need a bonfire stat.
What, do you not have a fire? Do you not have a fire cantrip yourself?
I do. I just produce flame and fucking just slap it on myself.
Starts welding his skin close.
There's just sparks flying off as I'm welding it. There we go. Good as new.
He's effectively just casting mending.
Wait, why the hell?
I'll
did
I'm holding the knife. I'm just sorry.
That's fine.
Does he feel anything when he holds this dagger?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I was gonna ask.
You feel Fang. You feel him in the dagger as you hold it.
Can
And he does not
I
feel happy about you right now. You also can feel.
try to bamf him out of the knife? Like, I'm thinking of him in front of me rather than in the knife.
He's not happy with you
Yes.
right now. He might not want to.
He's not leaving the dagger right now, and he's not happy with you.
I'll just nip the knife and go, what?
What?
You
Would,
left
would,
me.
would.
I thought you were dead.
I cannot die as long as I'm tied to you.
I did not know that. That's the first time you have died.
It's
If
n-
other people die, I think they're dead.
I have disappeared before. If you don't remember it,
Yes, but you weren't
or what?
dead.
The physical body disintegrates after a while, and I'll just pop out of it.
Well, thank you for explaining that to me before I thought you were dead.
I thought it was obvious I always is tied to you. You just left me like that. Like, come on. You
This
see, like, the spectral wolf's head, like looking at, extruding out from the knife.
Can I hear and see this whole conversation going?
Yes,
I
you
think
can
you just.
actually.
I can hear both
No,
Oh,
sides.
you can hear hitting.
He hears both sides.
Oh, okay.
No!
This doesn't change the fact
I
that I thought
am
you were
a
dead.
spirit representation of you fool.
Maybe it would have helped if you explained that to me before I thought you were dead. Everything you say makes no difference. It doesn't change the way that I thought.
Well, you thought wrong then.
Yes, obviously. I'm not saying I wasn't wrong. I'm just telling you that's what I thought.
I need to give
Oh
me
my
a second
God.
here. Phone call.
Oh, another one.
Oh,
Third
fuck
one
me,
today.
dude.
So, is it normal that you just decide to have a conversation with a knife in the middle of the open area where everyone could see you, and both me and you were probably the only two people that could see the wolf spirit?
I'm not worried what other people think.
Fair enough.
I'm done with that. Every time I try to help someone, they end up dying.
I need to take a short break here because my sister is arriving with a lot of items. So we're just gonna
Okay.
take like it's like 5-minute break. Just need to help get something out of her car and whatnot because she's dumping off some stuff for Marius.
I see.
Alright.
So we'll be right back.
So we'll pick up with that after. When I said like I tried to help people and they just die, so I'm done with the way people think.
Yep.
Because that's twice now. He said he was going to help Bortusk reunite with his family, and then he died.
Mhm.
And then the same with Dismas.
You don't know if he's dead.
We were told that he fell. I think he's dead.
Yeah, you think that. You don't know it.
I'm not saying that I know. That's what I'm thinking. It's the same thing with the fucking knife.
It's the same issue with the goddamn knife.
First time that I've seen him actually fucking die, I thought he was fucking dead.
I thought you were dead. What the fuck you mean I was dead?
I don't die. Maybe you should have told me that before I thought you were dead.
I thought
That
it
would've
was
helped.
obvious.
It's literally a repeat of the last conversation.
I'm a goddamn
Well,
spirit.
I don't think it would be a repeat of the last conversation because all Bortos would do is just stand there and T-pose. I lived,
Yeah.
bitches.
I live.
Yeah.
That's just Bortos in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, good luck, Eager.
What do you mean?
Well, you've got probably pissed off Avis to deal with.
Yeah,
You got
Okay.
a bunch of pissed off women at you now.
I'm gonna have to do like a little meanwhile session with Paz to like figure out what she's been doing.
Meanwhile, in the
Meanwhile, you've been getting ready to give birth.
She's
Well,
also
that's-
been working on writing and shit.
That should be still about like a month or two away.
yeah, meanwhile,
What?
we're, like,
The baby, yeah.
The
Oh
babus.
fuck! How?
Mm.
If hold on, wait a minute. A thought occurred. If Eager's
God, you
adopting
have
all
to do
these
that in the mic.
kids, yeah, did you really have to though? Like, listen, I drink, but I don't burp into my microphone.
You could have just muted.
Yeah, you did though.
I don't. I keep myself a distance away from my mic.
You could have muted.
That is true. Regardless. So, hold on. So now, whenever it comes to us continuing this journey, are we going to be dragging kids with us?
No.
No. Well, got cannon fodder. Off you go, kiddies.
Off you go, kids. Good luck.
No, they're gonna stay here, be perfectly safe.
Until we have to come back
Right.
and get them. Because you have to be
yeah.
the parent.
Daddy's just off to get some smokes.
Permanently.
No, he's off to get smoked.
yeah.
Eager, I can make it quick and painless. You just gotta tell me when. It'll be like a rotisserie or not a rotisserie chicken. It'll be like an instant cooked chicken. You'll be fine.
He'll just send you to the fire plane.
Avis will not make it quick or painless.
Listen, you just tell me the word. Word's barbecue, by the way. And I'll just light you on fire. End it all instantly. I'll turn you into ash in a second flat.
He'll turn you into a diamond.
I'll heat you up and carbonize you so goddamn good you'll
Yeah.
be a diamond when you die.
You're just
around for all of
I'm,
his
You're
I'm
just
gonna be the first
giant
blood
carbon.
diamond.
Yeah, you're
Excellent.
giant carbon. So
And Sophie will
Brilliant.
fly away with you.
good luck.
I think then
And
Sophie's
then Avis
gonna
comes
die to
after
Avis.
you. And then Avis comes after you, yeah.
Goodbye,
Sophie's
second
too fucking
character.
Fast, Sophie's too fast, too furious.
Avis is too pissed
I mean, if
off and
she's-
unrelenting.
Could she even carry a man-sized diamond?
I
Good
don't think that's
question.
how that works.
I mean, if we could you do me
Diamond
a
is
favor?
also
Can you,
highly
like, curl
condensed
yourself up into
carbon,
a
remember?
ball?
That's true.
Can you, like,
That's
curl
true.
I would
yourself
not
up
be
into
this
a ball?
size.
But you would still be massive.
Eager, I need you to do me a favor. When you say the word barbecue, immediately curl yourself up into a ball.
He'll turn you into a bowling ball-sized diamond.
Oh, I could easily carry that. That's like,
Oh, okay.
That's probably like a few kilograms. But
All
still,
No, that's not just a few kilograms.
I mean, it's gonna be heavy, but it's gonna be not undoable.
I mean, technically, you don't really need to fly fast. You just need to fly high.
That is true.
Well, that is a thing about
Yeah,
that.
until
One of
Avis
the-
decides to call down a moonbeam.
So
That's true.
You know, there's this one thing that Avis learned recently. That's
Hey, I'm back.
she learned. Yeah, Avis learned
Welcome
this
back.
spell fly.
Why you
so
keep
that won't
get-
help?
Oh, so you're fucked. Avis just kills off the other character.
Oh, Avis has that too.
Yeah.
Fly away.
So you just fucked. You just fucked Sylphie over.
Just to give you a little bit of context, Pass, they're talking about how quickly I would die to each character getting their hands on me.
We said Avis wouldn't make it quick, and then I said I could make it instant.
We were saying we'll
Turn
turn
me
you
into a diamond, and then Sylphie would fly off with me.
You'd be safe forever, trust me.
And then Avis would snipe her down.
Yeah,
My
maybe
version
even make a
of-
deal with someone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's true.
My
Oh
version
right, I
flies-
forgot that she can turn into a bird partially.
What? No, she can't.
Yes, she can, but you'd have to
Remake
make a
it,
deal with one you hate.
As if she would do that. Also, I cannot do that without him. So, and he's not anywhere to be seen around Avis. So, I cannot.
Right now.
Yes, and if he ever does show up, he knows what will happen.
Hey yo, Ilum.
Anyway, back to the game. Yeah, that's back.
Yeah, back to game.
Hey, oh, the Spears literally goes, "Hey, Willem, long time no see, buddy."
Back to game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that?
Yeah. So,
This
so I just said that I didn't care what people thought of me. I'm done with helping people.
So you're done helping.
No,
Ha.
I'm talking to Spirus.
I'm talking to spirits.
And
Your,
why-
your,
why-
your wolf is like listening in on the conversation right now, just
Why,
like
why does Fang sound like Ilum again? It, like sound like that before. He had like a low, deep voice.
Well, what do you mean?
What
Not
more
helping
do you
anyone.
mean?
Hold on.
All right.
You know what? You're lost cause, right?
I-
I've been trying to be polite. I've been trying to be patient.
He sounds
but-
like Ilum again. Stop sounding like Ilum.
Hey,
Stop.
I'm Ilum. What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm not gonna lie, Fang. You do
Ryan,
kinda
stop derailing the campaign.
No,
No, the Pass is doing it. He didn't sound like that before.
Listen,
It's been a really long time since he's done his voice, okay?
that is true.
Well, that's what I'm telling him.
yeah, I'm trying, okay?
Not good enough.
Listen here,
Mm-hmm.
Brian. I'm tired of you giving up on everything. I'm supposed to be the collection of all your bad your bad side of your character, and I am tired of your fucking shit now.
Damn.
Throw the knife in the water.
Hey, no!
Oh my god!
Oh, sweet, free knife.
You see Deacon rises up off the water like
Like the Lady of the Lake?
yes, holding the knife.
So that's where you were.
Fucking Aquaman over here.
And just walks out like that one James Bond scene.
Hey, I did not appreciate that.
Does Deacon hand it back?
You throw it back in the water.
I throw it back in the water.
Come on, you gotta cool off a second.
The question is the dagger shiny?
A little.
It's glowing, isn't it?
Not
It's
compared to
engraved
the
with
diamond.
runes. It's
Uh,
engraved with runes.
If like the first time Rio threw it in the water, like Sylvie like looked up like what the fuck is he doing? And then the second time he would Sylvie would fucking swoosh it out of the air as it was flying, and grab it.
Hey, get me off this goddamn bird.
Shiny.
She can't hear it.
She can't hear it. Are you gonna do
She just looks
anything
at
with
she
it?
just looks back at Rio. Yo, you don't want it anymore?
He'll learn.
Don't
I'm
you
not
dare.
helping people anymore because when I try to help them, they just die.
What?
Sophie, drop the knife.
I'm not talking.
Ow!
Huh?
I am so confused about what's happening right now.
Sylvie has no idea what's going on because she can't see or hear the spirit.
Yeah.
So she just thinks you're crazy.
Sophie,
Yes?
drop the knife.
Why?
You don't want the knife.
I want the knife.
No, you don't.
I want the knife.
I'll take the diamond back.
You can't.
You sure about that?
Can you fly?
Do you want to be a roasted chicken?
Do you
I
wanna make
dropped
a
the
wisdom
knife.
saving throw?
She
He's calling you a child again.
I'm not a child.
You gonna drop the knife?
I mean, why?
You don't want it.
It's not really a good reason. Why would I not want it?
Primarily because it's Rias, and he's just being... the knife and
Well,
him are
he
having an
doesn't-
issue.
He does what? Okay, what?
He's acting like a damn child.
So the knife just said he's acting like a damn child.
What? She just kind of looks like y'all are crazy. Are you sure you guys are right in the head?
I'm gonna point at
Did you,
myself.
did you fall? Did you fall out of the nest when you were young?
I take my bow and I shoot right past
Wait, don't
her.
all birds fall out the nest when they're done? When they're young?
Did you just do what I think you just did, Rias?
I didn't shoot her. I shoot just past her, like real close.
In which
Into
direction?
the encampment.
Oh god.
Which direction?
Well, there's only one
Whatever.
direction for it to
This is
go.
going. This is going swimmingly.
Which direction? This way? Or this way?
The fact that Riot solves everything with aggression.
Close to the water.
Okay. Not as bad. That might not do anything bad.
She'll
I'm
just
gonna
kinda,
roll
like,
chance die.
I fucking hate you,
Aye.
Cass. God, tell
Oh
me
my.
when to get hurt.
Wait, Riot, remember what your bow actually can't do?
What do you mean it can't do?
What can it do?
It
Eden?
cannot
Oh.
miss.
No, I'm using my normal bow.
Oh, whew. I was
Oh.
just for a second you're pulling out, the special, your father's bone, shooting it.
Wait, it
No,
just
no,
straight
no.
up can't miss. What the hell?
It's guaranteed to hit?
Probably
Yes.
At a cost.
At a cost.
Well,
Lovely.
well. Can never miss, but requires something in return.
And I'm just using just the normal, like not one of the special arrows, just one of the sharpened sticks.
Yeah, I need to roll what you actually hit now.
Well,
He
where
shatters
are
a
you aiming? Where are
he
you
shatters
aiming
a
with that
clay
bow?
vessel.
Just hit the dirt. Hit
It
the
just
dirt.
fucking
Hit the dirt.
hits the boat or something.
It's like it was going close to you, but I wasn't aiming at you. I was aiming just to miss you.
It hits the boat with a solid thunk.
The
Is that the path it took?
over here.
It's that boat.
Okay. She just like looks at you like, what the fuck?
Next time I won't miss.
What? I thought you didn't want it.
Drop it.
Told you they were having an issue with each other.
She'll drop it. Can I have it?
Beerus, collect it.
What the fuck?
Oh, alright, sure.
Oh, is he? I'm sorry. Are you giving commands to the chief?
I'm just saying to collect it.
So why not you collect it, huh?
You hold on to it for a while. He's being a bitch.
Sister child.
Both of you stop it.
You guys are.
But
Like
That
I'm
Grab-
supposed to be the bad one. Look how he's acting out.
You're both being
That-
very,
Spears needs
very annoying.
But,
Just
Spears needs to be the dad again.
But guys, I sadly have to round off here. We've been at it for 3.5
One-
hours.
one second. I'll just say, Spirits, thank you for letting me know that you have it. I'll collect that later. And then I'll go back to reading the scroll.
of course.
Sophie is genuinely convinced you guys are like clinically insane.
Don't worry, Sophie. We think you're clinically insane. It's fine.
Igor is
But-
just sitting there shaking his head.
But again, thank you guys for joining us here today. I hope to see you guys again next week. We're not supposed to have anything next week, are we? That's first next week again, correct? Or in 2 weeks?
Next week. Am I able to make next week? Hold on a minute. No, it should be
Am I
fine.
fat? No.
Not fat? Nah. Okay then.
Mario's playing with the cables again.
Let's go.
Oh, good. Perfect time to round off the stream.
Yeah.
So we're good for next week?
Maybe Pepper's checking the calendar while also trying to keep Marius off the cables for her PC.
Right.
Next week is the first
Also,
episode.
just a reminder that we have the VODs on the YouTube.
Oh yes, the YouTube
But-
VODs. The VODs on the YouTube.
Out. Ours is almost up to date. We're up to episode 70 now. So only
Yeah.
about 20 behind.
Getting closer and closer each time.
Losing my
Mhm.
leverage slowly and slowly.
Okay, we should be clear next weekend for both games. So I hope to see you all there and have a good one till next time. Bye bye.
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 Bye bye.
Bye.